to tell us in 2 minutes why they want to take over from our president, President Muhammadu Buhari. So like I said, in alphabetical order, may I call on His Excellency, Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu, to please come alone. Please, all aspirants, you are coming alone to the stage. Please, DJ, wait. Please, only the aspirants will be allowed to pass through to the stage. Senator Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan, Senator Ahmed Sani Yerima, Senator Ajayi Robert Boniface will be doing it in batches of 4. So can we call on the 4 of you aspirants to please come to the stage? Each aspirant will be allowed to speak for 2 minutes. Thank you very much. DJ.
Don't sleep. Wake up. Collect your money. Wake up. Collect your money. Wake up. Tera, go get the moolah. Wake up. Bonito kala. Don't walk it, don't try. You're supposed to be try. Kill up on the person, my dog, person when I'm man, boy. When I land softly on the sofa floor. Sofa so good, Connie Bajam, let me see you. Let me see you. Let me see you,
Ladies and gentlemen, DJ, please. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ, please. Only the aspirant, no orderly, no other person. Only the aspirant will come on stage and we speak for 2 minutes. And the first aspirant, as I said, is Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu.
yeah. Don't sleep. Wake up. Collect your money. Wake up. Collect your money. Wake up. Tera, go get the moolah. Wake up. Bonito kala. Don't walk it, don't try. You're supposed to be try.
Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Vice President, Yemi Osinbajo, GCON. The Senate President, Senator Ahmad Lawan. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila. The National Chairman of our great party, Senator Abdullahi Adamu. My dear loving and beautiful wife, distinguished Senator Oluremi Tinubu, executive governors here present, particularly the chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, National Assembly members here present, State House of Assembly members here present, distinguished national delegates, all ANEC observers, distinguished APC members, the media, ladies and gentlemen. Today, as members of all Progressive Congress, gather both in celebration and instant test of our democratic fitness. We have all waited and worked for this day to come. Now it is upon us. We must rise to the occasion. We now stand before all Nigerians. We have always said this party may well be the last best hope for Nigeria to attain its finest destiny. Thus, we shall use this convention to show the world that APC celebrate democracy by faithfully participating in it. Soon, we will freely and fairly nominate the person to follow President Muhammadu Buhari as our next standard bearer. For you delegates, this is a heavy responsibility. I know you will meet this duty with the seriousness it deserves. The convention also marked the end of the first phase of year 2023 election cycle. This primary season has been one of intense competition among those who aspire to the nomination. I commend the other aspirants for the dignity and zeal with which they have conducted their campaigns. Such strong, persistent competition will make us better as a party. By today's end, you will have selected party's candidate. We definitely want to see a great process to win. We must emerge from today a unified force, focused on the cooperation and shared victory. As President Buhari has said, our party's objective must be to triumph in the next year's general election at all levels. The candidate you select must deliver victory in the national election and have the personal gravity and national recognition to pull us through to victory in the state and local government elections as well. He must instill a sense of victory and confidence. Moreover, the candidate must unite Nigerians of all walks of life from all parts of the country. He must have the experience He must have the experience, leadership, knowledge, and extensive personal contact to steer the diverse, complicated Nigeria through this challenging period.
A dynamic world.
The other candidates are all good men and women, but I sincerely believe I am the person
This moment called for.
I have the experience. I led the transformation of Lagos from a dangerous, unwelcoming place in 1999 to a clean, safe, and vibrant place and the fifth largest economy in Africa today. I am a serious man with a serious purpose, and I will use all that I know and all my abilities
To benefit our people. I'm a unified leader.
I have constructed a formidable political structure, one that has delivered electoral victory after electoral victory. I do not put myself forward because I think this is a nomination in Nigeria. I step forward because I believe I can lead
Our party
towards
the brightest future.
I have expertise, my record of corporate leadership, my financial expert, my experience is as an executive governor of Lagos make me unique
Among all
other aspirants,
giving me the requisite
skill to accelerate the progressive reform that will change the face
of our national
economy. I can not, on this day, talk of a brighter and prosperous future without declaring my determination to fight terrorism and insecurity to the very end. I mourn the lives already lost, proud to do everything possible to ensure justice and forever erase
terror
from our land. Today, you decide our presidential nominee. Let me be the man who can best articulate a vision of progress and development, then implement it. Let us always honor the promise of the APC,
the promise
we made to Nigeria. I humbly ask you to nominate me as the party's presidential
candidate because I am confident, competent, courageous, and ready to start from day one. God bless you. God bless you. God bless APC. God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much. I love you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Your Excellencies. Standing on the existing protocols, without much ado, can we have your attention, please? Can we have your attention, please? I'd like you to pay attention. Please, supporters should please remain in your pavilions. Delegates, remain in your pavilions. Supporters are not allowed to come to the stage, neither should they come anywhere close to the stage. The next aspirant to speak We'd like that this fizzles out very quickly before we invite the next aspirant, such that we'll be able to pay attention to the message that will be coming from the aspirant in question. We crave on your indulgence to please support us. Give us some moment, please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Otito, Ejo, I want supporters. Otito Bayon. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Just as Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu Ashwaju is walking back to the pavilion, may I, at this juncture, with all humility and respect, invite the next aspirant. And the next aspirant to address this convention, this special convention, is none other, ladies and gentlemen, than His Excellency, most distinguished Senator Ahmad Ibrahim Lawan, PhD, CON, Sardaunan Bade, President of the Senate and Chairman of the National Assembly. Your Excellency.
Amen. Your Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellency, the Vice President, very distinguished and honorable Speaker, distinguished party chairman or national chairman, distinguished Senator Abdullahi Adamu Turakin Kefi, other members of the National Working Committee, the Deputy President of the Senate, the Deputy Speaker, distinguished and honored members of the National Assembly present, our elders of the party, my brothers and sisters, the youth and women, very distinguished special delegates, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press, good evening, everyone. Your Excellency, tonight we are making history. Our great party, the All Progressives Congress, the APC, is making history. Next year, 29th May 2023, Mr. President, your tenure would have been full cycle, and by the grace of God, it will be. This event is a special event for us to elect the next person to fly the flag of our party in next year's presidential election, by the grace of God. Your Excellency, you have provided great deal of leadership in governance and in the running of our party. That's why we are here. This administration from 2015 to date, under your distinguished leadership, has done so much for this country, and APC has made its mark. You've laid the foundation for whoever will emerge this night to fly the flag of our party, to stand on such a very solid and strong foundation. And we are very proud of your achievements in the last 7 years. Your Excellency, you have provided leadership for this party, even when it will appear like we have difficulties looking insurmountable. The moment you step in, things go on to be straight and streamlined. And this is how APC will be, that APC will always be strong because you have set it on a very strong pedestal. Your Excellency, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am running for the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria because I believe that this party has been built well around ideals that all of us here share. Today, we are proud that having sustained our economy, that despite all the difficulties in the world, our economy is still experiencing growth. Your Excellency, please. Your Excellency, we have dealt with insecurity in the Northeast. Even though we have some challenges in the Northwest particularly, I believe that the way and manner we dealt with Northeast insurgency is the same way that we will deal and conquer the banditry and kidnapping in the Northwest and some parts of North Central. Distinguished delegates, let me say that you are a special set of Nigerians who are saddled with the responsibility and task of electing the next president of Nigeria, our country. My belief is there cannot be any higher and more important responsibility than electing the president that will lead this country in the next 4 years from 2023. I will therefore appeal to you that look very closely, ensure that we elect someone who will ensure that the achievements so far by our administration are consolidated and others continued. I am of the parliament. I come from the parliament. I am a parliamentarian. Having spent 23 years in the National Assembly, having chaired very strategic committees of agriculture and education, having chaired the very important oppositional committee or Public Accounts Committee, having served as chairman of the Senate Committee on Defense, having served as the majority leader of the Senate, and serving as the president of the Senate by the grace of God, I am eminently qualified. Distinguished delegates, let me tell you that worldwide, the developed democracies are run by parliamentarians. Developed democracies are governed by parliamentarians mainly. If you go to parliamentary systems, the prime minister is always an elected parliamentarian. If you go to the US and similar democracies, senators and members of Congress run the country. Today's president in the US, the President Biden, was in the Senate of the United States of America. President Obama was also a senator in the Senate of the United States of America. I have acquired sufficient experience working very closely with the Mr. President, our dear President, as the presiding officer and chairman of the National Assembly. I have learned a lot, and by the grace of God, if you elect me this night, I will continue and consolidate those massive achievements Mr. President and the APC administration have achieved. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless the APC. APC! 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 Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, Senator Ahmad Ibrahim Lawan, President of the Senate and Chairman of the National Assembly. The next aspirant to address this august gathering at this occasion, this epoch-making event, is none other than the former governor of Zamfara State and former senator, once a senator, always a senator, Senator Sani Ahmed Yerima.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الحمد لله الذي مالك الملك تؤتي الملك من تشاء إن ربي لا غفور رحيم. Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief Alhaji Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, our First Lady, the wife of Mr. President, the Vice President, and our National Chairman of our great party, all other protocols duly observed. Mr. President, before you are elected in 2015, this country was facing very serious security challenge. Everybody knows about the menace of Boko Haram. When you came in, you promised the country that you are going to have 3-point agenda to fight insecurity, fight corruption, and work very hard to improve on our economy. The Boko Haram, before you came in, were virtually in Borno and Maiduguri, and Yobe. They virtually captured those states, and they even bombed the UN headquarters in Abuja. All of us, both Muslims and Christians, have to be screened before we enter places of worship. But today, all that is history. On the economy, you did your best, because the PDP, when they were in power, the price of crude oil rose up to $140 per barrel. When you came in, the country witnessed downturn on the price and came as low as $30 per barrel. If it were not you, I didn't know what would have happened in this country. I'm presenting myself today to the nation, to APC, and to our distinguished delegates, because I believe that the current trend of new security challenges, of armed banditry and kidnappings are just new to us. And I believe that with concerted effort by recruiting more security personnel, improvement in their welfare, and making sure that adequate equipment are provided, the security challenge will also be a thing of the past. We have high-level poverty. Every leader in this country, in this world, must make sure that nobody, no Nigerian, sleep hungry. I intend to make sure that I come up with robust economic, fiscal, and monetary policies to address the challenges of poverty. And we are going to also make sure that one very important problem of Nigeria, which is ignorance, is addressed by making sure that the education sector is given due attention. Now, every child of Nigeria must be given free and compulsory education up to secondary school level. And we are going to introduce student loans board so that every child from either poor family or rich family can access loan to make sure that he pay for his tuition fees and maintenance to acquire education in this country. I will not bother you too much. I have only 2 minutes. I will urge the delegates to look at every candidate, every aspirant, and make sure they elect somebody who will deliver APC to victory in this country. APC! 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 Thank you very much, and God bless all.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, Senator Ahmed Sani Yarima. At this juncture, please, any artist that is not performing on the stage at this point should please leave the stage for the time being. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the next aspirant to address this august gathering is none other than the Deputy Leader of the Senate, distinguished Senator Robert Ajayi Borough-Fils. I'd like us to welcome him to the podium with a round of applause. Senator Ajayi Borough-Fils, sir.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammad Buhari, GCFR, the First Lady, Your Excellency, Aisha Buhari.
Right. Hello, everybody. Yes, I'm sorry to pause the stream at this point. This is just a live broadcast of the candidates coming turn by turn to speak their final words to the delegates. So this is what you're listening to. So this is not our live session. Our live session starts in about 20 minutes time. So I can either, I'm going to abandon this one and then invite you to come and join the live session in about 20 minutes time. So just to alert you, so all of the things that you have been hearing on this streaming, we'll discuss them and more in the live session, which is going to start shortly. So this not the live session is just a live streaming of what is going on at the convention. So back to the convention.
The Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, the Chairman of our party, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, Turakin Kebi, and Sri Kinyanki, the Obateru of the Source. The Senate President, the Right Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Ministers, Executive Governors, distinguished delegates, and members of our respected party. Today is an auspicious occasion and a determining moment, not only for our party, but for our nation. In 2013, the APC was established as a progressive party with commitment to national unity, to progress, and to the socio-economic development of our country. Within 8 years of our government, under the able leadership and guidance of our President Muhammad Buhari, the APC have made tremendous and remarkable progress in all sectors of our economy. Mr. President, I want to acknowledge the great work you have done in the infrastructure sector, completing the rail from Lagos to Ibadan, the rail from Abuja to Kaduna, the completion of the second Niger bridge, and many other infrastructural developments. My decision to come out to run for the highest office in the country is to build on your legacy, the legacy that have been built on integrity and honor. I believe that if we do this, this country will move forward. I am putting my administration on four-point agenda: security, the economy, education, and anti-corruption crusade. These four-point agenda are drawn from our medium-term national development plan. And I believe that the 8 priorities of this plan, if well implemented, will lead this country to higher heights. I am selling myself to Nigerians, to our party, to the delegates. I have never lost any election. I'm serving my 3 terms in the Senate, and I've served on several committees: Navy, Education, Works, Science and Technology, and many others. At the moment, I am the Deputy Senate Leader. I started my adult career as an academia, and I reached the apex of my career as a professor, and even climbing the ladder of administration. I moved on to bureaucracy when I was appointed the Director General of the National Space Research and Development Agency, when I launched 3 of 4 satellites, the first and the only one yet in Black Africa. Therefore, thereafter, I moved to Senate, and I've served 3 terms on Senate. In my tenure, I have impacted on my senatorial district, building 5 hospitals, building 5 skill acquisition centers, building roads, establishing some industries like cashew processing unit, and many other industries. I have the experience, I have the knowledge, I have the capability. It is time for us to bring science and technology into the mainstream of our socio-economic policy, because the difference between the developed country and the developing countries and other countries is the level of their science and technology and application of science and technology to development. I want to assure you, the single delegates, if you vote for me, you'll be voting for honor, you'll be voting for integrity, you'll be voting for transparency and useful purpose in the administration of this country. I want to thank you, and I bless Nigeria. Long live Nigeria, long live our party. APC!
Your Excellencies, we'd like to thank all the aspirants who have come out. Would like to call the next 4. Would like to apologize that we need to stick to time. I know that each of you have very rich credentials and you are eminently qualified to lead the country, but you can't say it in 2 minutes. The next 4 would be, first, His Excellency Senator Ben Ayade should please step out to the podium. Would also like to call His Excellency Engineer Dave Umahi, the Governor of Ebonyi. Would also like to invite His Excellency Right Honorable Dimeji Bankole, the former Speaker of the House of Reps, to also come. And then to make the last 4, you have Honorable Emeka Nwajoba to please come to the stage. All 4 aspirants will be given just 2 minutes to give us a synopsis of what they can do for this country.
Sorry to pause it again, everyone, but what I have decided to do, I have decided to move the main show back by another 20 minutes. So we get a solid half an hour of this, the candidates coming to make their last plea. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to invite people to come onto the screen and discuss this as it's going on. But this is just going to be for half an hour in case you want to interact with what is being said and what has been said. So this just short half an hour, and then we'll all migrate to the main session. So anybody that wants to come in, that's the hyperlink, come in.
How they feel passionately about this country. And if we cut you off, please don't take it personal. You can say the bit that you can, and I'm sure the delegates will make the best choice. Please, would like to invite all 3, and please make all 4 of them, make way for them to come so that we can take them in the order. I repeat, His Excellency, Senator Ben Ayade, the Executive Governor of Cross River, will be the first to speak for exactly 2 minutes. And then he'll be followed by the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, His Excellency Engineer Dave Umahi. The third to speak would be Right Honorable Dimeji Bankole, who would speak. And then to round up this last 4, we have Honorable Emeka Nwaju. Would also like to urge our very respected aspirants that please kindly stand on all existing protocol. Kindly stand on existing. Your Excellency, His Excellency Senator Ben Ayade.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, great party men and women. My name is Senator Professor Ben Ayade, the Governor of Cross River State. I have come here to share my thoughts. This is a great opportunity for our delegates to make a choice of the future of this country. I present myself as a great intellect with a long-standing background in academics, in the Senate, and now as governor. I understand the challenges of a third world economy. I understand the security challenges of this nation with the concept of Afghanistanism, the collapse of Afghanistan, and the ambition of ISWAP and Boko Haram to take over Nigeria, recognizing our vast natural resource. It is obvious clearly that there's also an international connectivity, iconoclastic of some sort, with a conspiratorial theory that the vast wealth of the coltan deposit, diamond and platinum that we have, with the concomitants of our opportunity has come for them to colonize Nigeria and to drive out Christians and Muslims.
This guy clearly thinks they've invited him to English speaking. He thinks they are doing English speaking there, the concomitants of the concomitants. So there it is.
Muslims alike, because they believe that their God-given territory is the West African province. As a country, we must be united by the resolve to address the security challenge of this nation. Therefore, my proposal when I become president of this country, to use a satellite videography, because the use of the contact approach, the physical military approach is insufficient in a modern warfare. Nigeria at this point, therefore, will require a defense pact of a non-occupation origin, a defense pact to share military intelligence, a defense pact that would allow you opportunity to use unoccupied drone technology for the attack of terrorists. We must realize that I am the governor of Cross River State who refused to sign the anti-grazing law because I thought it was offending the trades of headsmen. I am one governor who have stood and have united this nation. I am one governor who believes in the fact that this country can only be united if we address the challenges of our security system. The most critical aspect as well is education and agriculture. The moral miasma and decadence that have characterized our university system, occasioned by the failed structure due to poor remuneration, has of course dovetailed into a challenge where young people come out of university without the Kantianics, without the morality, without the kinetics of good conscience. I come as a professor with a long-standing experience who will bring back education, restore the glory and value and dignity of knowledge. All over the world, the world has migrated into technology and knowledge-driven administration. Nigeria cannot be different. I present myself as a young man who shares the enthusiasm of a youth, but the wisdom of a 60-year. I'm an old head on young shoulders. I have education, I have exposure. I have worked with a system, I'm a system purifier. I believe that this country must show that the black man does not think from the stomach. If you put your vote and commoditize your vote and put a value to it, you have mortgaged your future. I come believing that the delegates will be worried about the future of their lives, the future of their children. I present myself as that firebrand, that catalytic power source that will create that opportunity where this country will realize that, yes, indeed, you have young men. In Cross River today, I have the garment factory, a pharmaceutical factory, a rice factory, a cocoa factory, a vegetable oil factory, Kalachika. I have a feed processing mill, and the list is endless. I have done so because I know job creation is at the basis of the peace and unity of this nation. I present myself in the absence of trying to impress you with how much money, but I present myself as somebody who have shown capacity, and I hope to show that capacity at the national level. God bless us all as I charge your conscience to vote for the future of this country and not vote for the pocket of today.
Catalytic goes back.
Thank you.
So there it is. So how much of that would
Thank you
Malam
very
Buhari have
much.
understood is the question.
His
Catalytic
Excellency
goes
Senator
back.
Ben Ayade,
He wants to
thank you
use
for your very
kinetic
illuminating speech.
homology
I'd now like
to
to
fight
call on His
insecurity. So
Excellency
this is
Engineer
it. Kinetic
Umahi,
homology.
Executive Governor of
Look at
Ebonyi,
that.
to make his presentation.
APC! Your Excellency, dear President.
So Bia, what are you making of the presentation so
President
far? Are you
Muhammadu
especially impressed
Buhari.
by anyone?
Well, so far they're all speaking grammars and they are not actually telling
Excellency,
us
Vice
the
President.
nitty-gritty of what they're going to do to improve Nigeria. They're all saying, "Oh, I was a Senate
Vice
president.
Presidents.
I have never lost any election."
Excellency,
You know, all sorts of about themselves. They're not telling us what, you know, the spices. What are they made of? Qualities. We want to hear what qualities they have that would actually make them be useful for the country, not
All
what
right.
they have, you know, been voted many times in election.
All right, brilliant. Let's hear from this. Let's hear from the next joker. So let's hear from the next joker.
President of Senate, Ahmed Lawan. Your Excellency, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the FME, the Chairman of our great party APC, and former Governor of Nasarawa State, Ade Adamu Abdullahi, and all the working committee members of APC, my colleagues, the governors, our dear delegates, my dear brothers and sisters. Your Excellency, Mr. President, let me first thank you very highly for being the first president in Nigeria to allow a party-free and fair presidential contest. It is the first of its kind in Nigeria. And I want to thank the party chairman and the committee that organized this beautiful convention. And I want to say that you have done very well. When people were very highly apprehension about the success of this convention, I told them that APC has what is called a self-cleansing velocity. Today we are here, and let me pledge that whatever is the outcome of this convention, I will abide by it. And let me say that I put myself forward as a man who has proven his indices of all the developmental indices that the country Nigeria needs. I have been able to prove that you can do quite a lot with little resources. I have been able to bring Ebonyi State to compete with other states of the nation, irrespective of the date and time our state was created. I appeal for the delegates that all that the nation Nigeria is looking for to improve on the great legacies of Mr. President, that I possess it. And I ask Nigeria that at a time like this, we should give an opportunity to a proven engineer. I'm a professional engineer, and I have proved it in Ebonyi State. In the area of agriculture, I can say that I am part and parcel of feeding this nation, Nigeria. In the area of health, I can say that I have the best medical facilities in the whole of Nigeria. In the whole area of education, it is quite evident what I have done in the area of education. In security, in the area of national unity, I can say that I've proven the fact that I need to put my people, the Southeast people, in the mainstream.
Just to pause it for a moment, somebody's just informing us now that Akpabio has stepped down for Tinubu. That is not verified. It's one of our subscribers or one of the panelists on the screen informing us that Akpabio has just stepped down for Tinubu. But we carry on. Do you want to confirm that, Efe, before I go back to this?
Yes, I'm watching it. This one you're streaming is kind of way behind.
It's delayed, yes.
Yeah, so Akpabio just stepped down for him.
All right, brilliant. So let's listen to a little bit more of this, and then we'll go to the. It's just because we have so many people on the stream, I'm a bit reluctant to move to the next session because we might lose the viewers. But let's continue, and then we'll see how it pans out.
Of the affairs of this country, and that is the reason why I joined APC. I want APC delegates to look towards me and know that they have a young man who has the capacity, who has the ability, who has the wisdom, and who has the divine calling to improve on all that our dear president has done for our country. I urge you to give me your votes. I urge you to look through all the promises we have made. Nigeria in 2023 will not be looking at promises. They are going to be looking at your past performances and what we've been able to achieve. And I have a lot to campaign for APC with. So I thank you very much, and I have great faith in God and in you that you will do the right thing and give me your votes. God bless you, and God sustain you, and congratulations to all APC members. APC! Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We've just listened to His Excellency Engineer Dave Umahi, the Executive Governor of Ebonyi. Thank you, thank you. We'll now like to call on a gentleman who was the youngest ever Speaker of the House of Representatives of Nigeria at the age of just 37 then. Honorable, His Excellency Right Honorable Dimeji Bankole, who would now come and make his presentation.
Mr. President,
I thought this guy was in jail.
And his lovely wife, the chairman of our great party, please allow me to stand on existing protocol. Mr. President, about 60 years ago, some of our elders in this country decided to look for fine gentlemen like you all over Nigeria, give them the best training they could have, and handed Nigeria over to them. A few years later, Nigeria went through one of the worst periods of its time. Just to show that those fine gentlemen were the best we ever produced. Some of them sacrificed their lives for us to be here today. Mr. President, you are one of those gentlemen. Today, you are about to find out who your successor is. And I go by the genre, there is no success without succession. You have done your best over the last 7 years. It's time for someone else to move the nation forward. As an economist, I do have an idea that this is all about economy, economy, economy. Without solving that, we will never solve the security problem. Without solving that, we will never solve the power problem. It's just that we don't have enough time for me to talk about the power probe, which I launched when I was speaker. A major problem we have today that you have managed to solve for us is that of Boko Haram in the Northeast. I understand that for the past 20 years of this country, we have left local governments mostly ungoverned. Today, we have a different type of government in some of those ungoverned areas, and they are collecting taxes in they're collecting taxes in form of kidnappings.
And our dear delegates, my name is Goswill Akpabio, Commander of the Order of the Niger. I am standing in front
Sorry,
of
ladies
you.
and gentlemen, I'm skipping it for the beat just to see if we can capture Yemi Oshibanjo before we end this session. So I want to see if we can capture Yemi Oshibanjo before we end this session.
Challenges. We all know what was happening in the Northeast. And now in Northeast, Boko Haram is seizing. All the banditry that we are having in Northwest and other in North Central, and what has just happened in Southwest, in Ondo State. We do not want things like that. This is not the Nigerians of our dream. This is not what our forebears planned Nigeria to be. And if you look at where we are today, we can improve on our economy. Our economy will be such that our younger ones, look at the millions of people that are aged between maybe 20, 25 to 35. They are about 60, 70% of our population. These are able-bodied men and women that wake up every day, they don't have anything doing. We must create employment for them. We must create jobs for them. We must create wealth for them. A nation that do not cater for its younger ones will have security challenges. So those are one of those things that I plan to do. Look at our education. Our education when we were growing up was never like this. We were
Sorry, I'm going to fast forward it again.
Brightest and the best. The governor of Ekiti State, our brother, our leader, Governor Kayode Fayemi.
So now we hear from the serious players.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Haji Aisha Muhammadu Buhari, Mr. Vice President, Professor Yemi Oshibanjo, GCON, the chairman of our great party, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, most distinguished Senate President and Mr. Speaker, my brother governors who are here, distinguished leaders of our party, distinguished delegates. Our gathering here today in the city of Abuja represents an important milestone in the history of our great party and of our beloved country's democratic advancement. In coming together from the four corners of Nigeria, we are once again demonstrating to Nigerians and the world at large that we're the true bearers of the hopes and aspirations of Nigerians for national unity and progress. Today, Mr. President, Nigerians at home and abroad are watching as we make an all-important decision about who will be the standard bearer of our party for the 2023 presidential elections, to build on your numerous legacies of achievement and also address the current challenges that we have. I have been honored, Mr. President, and privileged to serve our party and
You
our
can see it on your
country in
screen.
various
Amosun steps
leadership
down for
positions.
Tinubu. So that's two
As a
now.
matter of
Akpabio
fact,
now, Amosun.
Mr. President, you would recall that on December 10, 2014, I was in this very historic position that my brother, the governor of Imo State, is today, as the chairman of the Special Convention and Presidential Primaries at the Taslim Balogun Stadium in Lagos, in which you emerged as the candidate of our party for the 2015 election, an election that you went on to win, and one that you did with a historic mandate to replace a sitting government. 7 odd years after that, you have made significant progress as our leader in tackling our challenges. And I think the most critical challenge that you have tackled is to ensure that our country has not disappeared into the abyss. Because if it had continued along the trajectory that it was going in 2014, 2015, we probably would not have a country called Nigeria again today. For that, we owe you a debt of gratitude. But the job of governing is never finished, Mr. President. You have come nearly to the end of your own term in office. And it is a historic duty and an opportunity for you to preside over the process of electing your successor in office. That is the process we are starting here today. And for those of us who have had the privilege of traversing the length and breadth of this country, because of the opportunities we have had in serving in government and as a citizen for many years, we know that it is only in unity and in cohesion that we can really meet our manifest destiny. That destiny that Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa spoke of in 1960, of being a pride to ourselves and a great hope to the African world. We have a duty, indeed a responsibility, to build on the labor of our heroes past, to ensure that we focus on security, that we focus on our economy, that we focus on our social security, and that we focus on addressing poverty, addressing inequality, addressing corruption, addressing impunity in order to build a better society. We must focus on empowering our women, on providing jobs, particularly for our youth, and in ensuring that we retool our armed forces and security services in order for them to do a better job of securing our country. Mr. President, this is the task before us today, and it is the task we are asking our delegates to decide on. And I must thank my brother governors for the work that they've been doing at the various subnational levels. We must continue to do that work. And our brothers from the Northern Governors Forum of APC have led by example by proposing to party members that the next candidate of our party and by God's grace, the next president of our country must come from the southern part of this country. And I have come to a difficult but necessary decision. And that decision is that we must look for the most appropriate person at this time to do this job. I am prepared to sacrifice my ambition to be the president of Nigeria. I am a young man. I still have a long time ahead of me. And one person that I have worked with in the trenches of democratic struggle and in the cause of governing Nigeria, side by side, shoulder to shoulder, a mentor, an elder, a supporter of mine, and a great fighter for democracy in Nigeria that I would love to recommend to all my supporters, all my delegates,
hold on.
starting from the 48 delegates in Ekiti State to all my supporters across the length and breadth of the country, is that you please accord me the respect to offer the support you are giving me to my elder brother, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
And there it is right there. So there it is right there. So commentaries on that. Let's start with let's start with UFA, because I suspect this is the outcome of all of those Yoruba meetings. Does anybody want to place a bet that Osinbajo might also step down for Tinubu?
Oh, he's stepping down. He's gonna step down too.
Yes, he's gonna step down. They've agreed already before coming here.
Yes. So how they are going to play it now will be interesting.
Well, we still have to wait. Let's watch out.
Let's watch on. I think Osinbajo comes after him. So let's see. Wow, this is it. This is better than chess.
And I am not doing him a favor. For me, it is a duty. And it is a duty of care for Nigerians. I know he will do the job well. And we shall support him in delivering services to the greater majority of Nigerians. Thank you. God bless Nigeria. God bless all Progressive Congress.
Look at Buhari's face. Look at Buhari's face. They cut him off guard.
He's very sad, you know. Yes. He's not happy. I think he's sensing a gang up.
Thank you very much. Another aspirant has stepped down for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He said he's young. He's not only young, but he's also handsome. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Governor Kayode Fayemi of Ekiti State. Thank you very much. Now we have Senator Ken Nnamani, who has actually withdrawn from the race, but will also speak to us on why. Yeah, just come and talk to us. Senator Ken Nnamani has withdrawn, but he's here. Oh, sorry.
Why is he talking to us when he has already withdrawn? So let's hear from people so that we can know.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Senator Ken Nnamani, former Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
I think he might back Osinbajo, you know.
But Osinbajo's facial expression doesn't look like he's going to step down. His facial expression right there.
He's ready for war, isn't he?
Mr. President.
He looks surprised.
He's not ready for anything. He's going to step down as well.
Your Excellency, the chairman of a great party, or Progressive Congress, our governors here present, members of National Working Committee of APC, distinguished delegates, let me stand on the existing protocol. APC stands on three tripods: justice, peace, and unity. The theme of my short presentation will lie on justice.
Justice does not mean that you must win your case. What justice implies is you have equal opportunity of winning or even losing. On March 26, we gathered here for another convention. On that March 26, all the offices which were contested for were based on zoning principle. Zoning principle is synonymous with federal character in the Nigerian Constitution. It helps to give all the sections of Nigeria equal opportunity. All the offices held in the northern part of the country were transferred to the south, and all the offices held in the south were moved up north. Today's convention suddenly has changed. It's no longer based on the zoning principle. I would suggest very strongly that we take a second look at the Nigerian Constitution, the area that concerns the federal character, which gives all parts of Nigeria equal opportunity to feel that that part is an integral part of the country.
Yes.
There's no section in Nigeria that has monopoly of knowledge or monopoly of experts. I think that the federal character plays a role in building the other arm of our party, which we call unity. I will recommend very strongly that we take a very close look at what is about to happen. If we jettison zoning, we may not have the effect right now. Because if we throw everything open, it implies removing the federal character from our constitution, and it will not be nice. So the same spirit with which our northern governors have shown by saying that it is nice after having 8 years of governance in the north that it should move southwards. I commend the effort and their spirit of unity and spirit of purpose and unity of action. Now, our brothers in the south, because there are 3 zones in the south, southeast and southwest and south-south, they should reciprocate. They should reciprocate the same sense of brotherliness which the north has shown to the south. I say this because I already implied that there's no section in our country that has a monopoly of experts. If we look deep enough, we find people who can give our country strong leadership in all the zones. So while I commend the party, but let the party not abandon what it started. The party should maintain that justice, peace, and unity. Justice in the sense that let us rotate or zone offices as we did on March 26. I don't see why we should do anything different this time around. Consistency matters. So I am told that if we maintain this singular principle, we will enjoy an untold peace and harmony. And one of the greatest abiding principle or legacy that the present administration will leave is the survival of APC. APC should be stronger. We cannot just perform our function in only 8 years. I wish we can mobilize our members in all the sectors of Nigeria, because we have over 40 million members. And if all of them can come out with their PVC and vote, no other party can match APC. I thank you for your audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Senator Ken Namani. Well, he spoke here before, but he's back again Former Speaker Dimeji Bankole, Right Honorable Dimeji Bankole, says he has an announcement to make.
I am
Mr.
stepping down.
President and your lovely wife, again, I stand on existing protocols. At this moment, I would also like to.
Look at that. Also.
Step down. Step down for Tinubu.
Quickly now, we are waiting.
And as I say in Yoruba, torí èmi náà fẹ́ dàgbà.
Look at that. Ajale Koko, are you hearing this? Ta ló mọ̀ tẹ́ dìdú ju Yorùbá lọ? Wọ́n fẹ́ dìtẹ̀ wa. Ta ló mọ̀ tẹ́ dìdú Yorùbá lọ?
You didn't hear what he said. He said he also wants to grow old. So he's stepping down for his father. Thank you very much.
One man, Odugurugu, is working tonight.
Look at that.
Very much.
Special mix, special blend.
Your Excellency, the father of the nation, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, please permit me to stand on the already established protocol as I then invite the next set of 4 aspirants that will be addressing this august gathering. I'd like to invite Your Excellency Alhaji Mohammed Badaru Abubakar, the Executive Governor of Jigawa State, to please make your way to the podium. I also want to invite Your Excellency Dr. Ogbonnaya Onu, former Governor and immediate past Minister of Science, Technology, and Digital Economy, to please make your way to the podium. We also want to invite Pastor Tunde Bakari of Latter Rain Ministries International. And the 4th person is Your Excellency Right Honorable Rotimi Chibike Amechi, former Governor of Rivers State and immediate past Minister of Transportation. Can the 4 of you please make your way to the podium for your speeches as aspirants? Let's have some light music from the DJ just as they make their way to the podium. Your Excellency, bring it down a bit. For emphasis sake, Your Excellency, Alhaji Mohammed Badaru Abubakar, the Governor of Jigawa State, Your Excellency, Dr. Ogbonnaya Onu, former Minister of Science, Technology, and Digital Economy, Pastor Tunde Bakari of Latter Rain Ministries International, and Your Excellency, Right Honorable Rotimi Chibike Amechi, former Governor of Rivers State and immediate past Minister of Transportation. Could the 4 of you please make your way here? Thank you very much. Already, without much ado, His Excellency Alhaji Mohammed Badaru Abubakar, the Jigawa State Governor, is here, and I therefore invite you to the podium for your speech. Your Excellency, sir.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, Her Excellency, our mother, the First Lady, the Vice President, Honorable, the Senate President, and the Right Honorable
Do you
Speaker,
think you'll step down for Tinubu as well?
distinguished ladies
I'm
and
not sure.
gentlemen.
I'm not sure of the northern governors.
If you
Because
recall,
about 1 has spoken and
in
he did not step down.
2018, I chaired the convention that brought about the leaders of the party. In that convention at that time, I pleaded for national unity. I pleaded for consensus that will help and stabilize our party. And for all these years, I'm an advocate of consensus. And just a few weeks ago, I also chaired the election committee of our great party that brought about the executives of the party at the national level and at the zone. During that convention, I also begged for consensus. We had 78 positions to contest for, and at the end, the contestants agree in most cases to a consensus. We were only able to do election in 12 positions out of the 78. In that spirit, and in the spirit of brotherhood, brought about by the decision of my colleagues, the northern governors, that power must shift to the south.
Oh, he's stepping
I
down.
accepted that position then, and I stand by it now. For that reason, I wish to thank all the delegates here, all my supporters, for the wonderful job they have done throughout our campaign, and to tell them that we are trained to do what is right. We are trained to be just. We are trained to be fair. And we are trained to know that what is destined for you must come to you. What is not destined for you is never yours. For this reason, I want to reconfirm my withdrawal from this race and invite all my supporters and delegates to support our father, our leader, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Thank you.
There you are. This is a coronation. This is a coronation. This is a coronation now. Look at Buhari has surrendered, though. Buhari has surrendered.
He's smiling.
It's the best we have. The best we have.
You heard it? Governor Badaru of Jigawa State has stepped down.
Did his calculations right.
He got it perfectly right.
But before I move on, we have with us Senator Ajayi Borough, who also had been here earlier.
I wonder what he wants to say. Can we guess what he wants to say? I want to step down for my daddy.
Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, the chairman of our party, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think I am for democracy and I am for progress of our party. I have made up my mind at this point to step down for a great leader, a disciple builder, a progressive leader, an achiever in the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Thank you.
Oshibajo must step down, otherwise it is great. Will Rotimi Amechi step down?
One man.
Amechi will step down.
They will all step down.
Okay, so that was Senator Ajayi
One man, the
Borough,
billion is
who
too
has
much. Why would they
also
not step down?
stepped down.
Don't worry about that. Let the man have his
We
moment.
move on
Let the man
now
have his moment.
to our 14th aspirant, and this time, His Excellency, former Governor of Abia State, His Excellency, Mr. Ogbonaya Onu, who was also an immediate past Minister of Science and Technology, will now address us. Your Excellency, sir.
He will step down too.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, our First Lady, the Vice President, our National Chairman, party leaders, distinguished delegates. I decided to run for president of our dear nation, Nigeria, because I want to build on the work already done by this administration, of which I was a part, and the work done by previous leaders of our dear nation, to make Nigeria a truly great nation. Nigeria was created by God to be a great nation, a nation that all other nations will respect and all Nigerians will be proud of, a nation that will be in a position to grow enough food for our people and to export the surplus, a nation that can produce many of the things that we need and stop relying on importation into Nigeria of all the things that we need. And then we can export the surplus so as to ensure that our currency, the Naira, regains the strength that it used to have before. This Naira used to be stronger than the dollar, and it can still be achieved. We want, I believe very strongly, that using science, technology, and innovation, and encouraging entrepreneurship, helping to ensure that all Nigerians are educated.
Is Buhari's medication starting to wane? It looks as if medication is starting to wane. To offer free education to all Nigerians and make it compulsory at the primary and secondary levels. Because we have seen that the difference between developed and underdeveloped countries are essentially nations that have ignorant people as their citizens. But this education that we are talking about will be different from what we have now. This education will now be influenced by science, technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Is anybody paying attention to this guy? We are just wanting him to say, and I step down, don't we, really? Nigeria should be ranked in the stature of countries like the United States of America and China. That is why I decided to run for president. And also to make sure that we build a nation in which every Nigerian will be very happy to be a citizen. To achieve this goal, we will ensure that we allocate a minimum of 2% of the gross domestic product of our economy, to science, technology, and innovation within 2 years. We are doing less than 0.5% today. And we'll be creating a 1 trillion naira fund for job creation, because we need to create jobs for Nigerian youth. They need to be kept busy so that we can solve the problems we have with security, with all the problems that we have, whether in the health, whether in the education, whether in industry. All this can be solved if we apply this directly, in our development. I also will want us to establish a ministry of national unity and values that will bring back the values that made this country very great. That ministry will ensure that we'll bring in discipline into our country, because once you discipline a society, you will now have progress and so on. There is some appeal that I want to make to the leadership of our party. Everybody in the leadership of this party have played us? Have we been played? Role I played in bringing APC into
I don't think we have been played.
Look like this guy doesn't want to step down.
No, he doesn't want to step down.
Has been played.
The initial bringing people together, nurturing them, and so on. And even up to the point that I paid for the money that was used to register APC. I would like to say that the motto
go and sit down.
This guy wants us to allow him to speak. But what does he have to say is the question.
You have unity.
Let me be quiet.
And we must uphold that motto, because wherever you have justice, you will have peace. And the way you have peace, you will have prosperity. And I say this because I believe very strongly that Mr. President, who has done so well We know his achievements. Many people don't even know it. But those of us who served under him, we know it. And we are proud of you, Mr. President. But, Mr. President, what is very, very important, exceptionally important, is that we must ensure that this justice is upheld. Now, Mr. President will be completing his tenure by 29th of May next year. I think, naturally, it should be somebody from the Southeast. I'm not saying this because I'm from the Southeast.
No, you are not.
Somebody from the Southeast that will now replace him.
Mm-hmm.
And that will give the opposite of South versus North and Christian versus Muslim. And it will bring stability to our nation. It will strengthen the unity of Nigeria.
It is almost impossible for Shibajo not to step down.
I believe that this should have been done.
He cannot not step down now.
Know, I personally, 23 years
ago, I followed this
Shibajo will step down.
Right from
yeah, but if anybody knows if he has stepped down, don't tell us so we can see it in real time.
But I had to let it go in order to solve a problem in the Southwest. To make sure that two Olus,
Shibajo usually wear black. Today is wearing white.
Hotel, one will become a president.
It's coming with
and that
the white flag.
The white flag. In the country. And
wearing
this is
white
what
today.
would have happened if we allow the Southeast.
One man and a Jale Coco, you guys are happy now, isn't it?
Has 8 years as president.
My last name is not Enobu now. It's not anything for me.
South, 8 years, vice president and president. Where is the justice?
I wish Black League was here now. They said they had no chance. Zero chance, he said.
We need to do what is right.
That funny voice.
May God bless Nigeria. May God bless our party. I thank you so much.
He didn't step down.
This guy did not step down.
No,
he didn't step down.
Dr. Bonea Onu. Moving on very quickly.
I like him for that.
No, yes.
It's a democracy now.
I'd like to then invite
there should be contest.
Pastor Tunde Bakare of the Letter Rain Assembly.
Why are they calling that one to come and talk? I thought they screen him out.
No, I think everybody, that's why it's so long. Everybody is speaking.
What is Ola candidate going to? Somebody already been screened out. What is he going to say?
I wonder if we'll start with the prayer.
Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic
just going to blow some grammar that.
So this is what the 100 million has bought him, or just this?
Just to make. First Lady, Dr. Aisha Buhari, the Vice President.
And then he'll be dining off this. He'll be telling stories about this for the rest of his life.
The APC Chairman. Distinguished Senator of the line.
I have no respect for him anymore.
He's the biggest clown on the planet.
He's a very shameless man.
Government in Nigeria, invited guests and observers.
And he lied. He said God told him that he will get the ticket. He's a bloody liar. I wish I could go to his church one day and just put it to his face that, sir, you said that God told you to just confront them face to face and just and bring them to shame.
Silence,
a bloody liar.
Standing or sitting.
This guy, Ezenwa, is asking everybody to keep quiet, but people are only waiting for Shibanjo. That's what we're waiting for now, really, because people. What has Bakari got to say that anybody wants to hear? But we'll keep quiet.
Grandson mother last Sunday at the Catholic Church in Ondo State. May we please remain silent in honor of these fallen heroes.
Look at that.
May their souls rest in peace. God forbid that we lead without being compassionate and being sensitive to the pain of our citizens.
That's an attack right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, and our dear delegates, history is lived forward and it is written in retrospect. And those who do not learn from history will only repeat the blunders of history till they become history. Thank God that I have a living witness in this arena tonight. 11 years ago, On January 15, 2011,
You want
I
to lie
received
again
a
now.
call from the then General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, inviting me to be his running mate in the 2011 presidential elections on the platform of the Congress for Progressive Change, CPC, one of the predecessors of our great party, the All Progressive Congress. In convincing me to accept his invitation, despite my initial hesitation, our leader, now President Muhammadu Buhari, said to me that he chose me because, having examined my records and trajectory, he was convinced that should the need arise, he could confidently hand Nigeria to my care, assured that I could hold the nation together. Mr. President, dear delegates, the time is now and the hour has come. Tonight, I'm not here to step down for anyone. I respect all aspirants, and I've said several things about them, including
He's a punk, isn't he, really?
But I am here by the grace of God to step up with the support of the delegates as the 16th president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The prophecy
The
prophecy now.
Delegates,
God has told you.
as we converge in our nation's capital,
what is God's business in politics?
A historic step towards
God
realization.
endorsed Oshiba for that matter now. So how can God
recall
endorse
again,
Oshiba and your name at the
with
same time?
nostalgic feelings, the very day APC was born in this same February 6, 2013, it was my privilege to
Maybe
move the
Tinubu ignored him.
it
doesn't matter,
APC. I'm going to nurture this party to ensure that it becomes strong, to ensure that it becomes great.
Tinubu did not give him any money.
Today, I'm offering myself to close the distance between the Nigerian reality and every Nigerian dream. I will, by God's grace, unlock the power of public policy to accelerate the transformation of our nation. I will infuse our young people with a surge of hope for what is possible. I will lead the most intergenerational administration in our nation. I will roll my sleeves up and work to solve Nigeria's most intractable problem in order to build a cutting-edge nation at the forefront of innovation. By the grace of God, the four pillars upon which I will run the admiration are peace. Without peace, there cannot be progress. Peace, progress, prosperity, and possibility. And someone may be asking me today, what is your experience in governance? Experienced people have brought us to where we are. Many of the experienced people have budgets, have introduced corruption into the system. It is time to raise a new generation, a new breed without greed, a radical opposition to corruption, men and women, boys and girls who choose to win by righteousness. Many of these contestants, time will tell when EFCC is after them. By the grace of the living God, we do not need just experience, we need a genius. A genius is a man who does the right thing the first time without precedent. I praise God for General Buhari, our president, and everyone in leadership today. But to take our nation forward, we need more than experience, we need genius. Listen to me. Many have gone left, right.
So is he saying he is a genius then, or
he's a genius
in his own head, Javi?
And we reached all the delegates without traveling anywhere, by bulk SMS, by robot, because we want a cutting-edge nation that will be in the forefront of science and technology that will move our nation far away from relying just on oil to infuse this energy. This is why I'm here. I'm stepping up by the grace of God and by your support to be the 16th president of Nigeria. My name is Tunde Bakare. Vote for me and vote for the future of our nation. Thank you.
No one is voting for you.
Well,
Thank you very much.
I think he stand on the truth, though. He's trying
Thank you
to
very
show
much,
to us that he's
Pastor Tunde Bakare.
not part of the corrupt
We're moving
arrangement,
on now.
and he want to step up
The next four will
as
be
an
Senator
option
Rochas
for
Okorocha, Pastor Nicholas Felix, Mr. Jack
to lead
Rich,
us
and His Excellency Governor Yaya Bello.
to the
But
promised
in the
land.
meantime,
Right?
it's now time to call
Let's
on
see. Maybe
Minister of
his
Transportation, the
prediction
Lion of the
is it
Niger
prediction or
Delta,
what did they say?
Yeah,
Maybe it's going to
prophecy.
prophecy.
Number 16. Number 16. Project
Number
16.
16.
Look at that. My God. His belly is what always freaks me out. Will I make you step down, do you think? Look at that. This wants to be president, though. My God.
Since Ogbuna Yaonuno did not step down, it looked like Amechi will not step down as well.
It's all right. Your Excellency, Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and your dear lovely wife. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and your dear lovely wife. The President of the Senate, and your dear lovely wife. The Right Honorable, the Speaker
and your dear lovely wife.
Of the Legislature of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, SGF, Your Excellency, the Governors.
He sounds like a northerner.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it's
oh my God.
Don't forget to recognize
did you see him that don't you know that it's been given is it chieftaincy title or what kind of title?
Wow.
People are querying if he's drunk. He looks drunk to me. I mean,
Rotimi Amechi. Your Excellency and the delegates, I just turned 57. I may not be the youngest candidate, but I'm not the oldest candidate. Your Excellency, in my 57 years of living, I would urge this House for a minute silence for all those who died in our war and those who died in the course of the train terrorism.
Ocean Rotimi.
Who have died in the course of insecurity. May their soul and the souls of all the faithful departed, through the mercy of God, rest in peace. Your Excellency, in my 57 years of existence, I want to tell Nigerians and the delegates who are here, don't vote for me if I'm not qualified. Your Excellency, I want this debate or discussion or campaign to be about our referendum, to be a referendum on our performance. Your Excellency, I am the most experienced of all the candidates. Your Excellency and Nigerians, I was elected Speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly, and I served for 2 terms. Your Excellency, while serving as Speaker, I was the chairman of the State Speakers of Nigeria, twice. After that, Your Excellency, I became the governor of Rivers State, and I served for 2 terms. Your Excellency, after serving for 2 terms, in the course of my service to my colleagues as Speaker, as Governor, I was elected the chairman of Governors Forum twice. Your Excellency, by your grace and the grace of God, you appointed me the Minister for Transportation. Again, I served twice. Your Excellency, You appointed me the Director General of your campaign. Again, I served twice.
Mr. Twice.
Your Excellency, the first Nigerian in the history book of Nigeria to have, in conjunction with others, not alone, led a campaign that removed the sitting government to bring in the opposition. Everybody in the party will attest to the fact that I, Chibike Rotimi Amechi, worked very hard, sleepless nights, to ensure with others that Nigerians elected our dear president. Your Excellency, while serving as the governor of Rivers State, I got Rivers State government to build between 300 to 500 primary schools. And I made sure that the children of the poor, anybody who attended our primary school, we paid school fees for them. Education was free. Your Excellency, we built about 150 health centers, for which every patient was treated free of charge. When we say free of charge, the Rivers State government paid for all patients at the end of the month. Your Excellency, the Rivers State government employed 400 new doctors. By the time I was leaving government, we had 600 doctors. We bought 600 cars for the 600 doctors as a way of retaining their services in Rivers State. And then we discovered that the only way to stop insecurity is to build an alternative economy to crime. The crime economy was such a huge economy when I became the governor of Rivers State. We built 500 roads, we built 300 to 500 health centers, primary schools, we built 150 health centers, we built power, and we employed people. We invested in agriculture. We had the Songhai farm. And by the time we were leaving government, crime had reduced, insecurity had reduced, kidnapping had reduced. My expectation, sir, is that all those who have come here to speak should have told Nigerians what they have done in their states. Judge me by my work. Your Excellency, when I became the Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, railway was moribund. Today, there is railway from Itape to Warri. Today, there is railway from Lagos to Ibadan. Today, there is railway from Abuja to Kaduna. Today, work is ongoing from Kano to Kaduna. Today, work is ongoing from Port Harcourt to Maiduguri. Your Excellency, your government is the first government that will build the first deep sea port in Nigeria, and it is located at Lekki. It was started by this government, and it will be concluded in September. So please, delegates, assess us by our contributions. Don't assess us by how much we bring here. Because if it's by how much we bring here, ask all of us, what is our source of revenue? What is our source of income? How did we get this money?
They are frustrated.
The problem of the Nigerian
because according
Nigerian
to
politicians will come here and talk to you and talk to you and bring out money. 4 years after, they will repeat the same thing and we'll believe them. Don't vote for me if I lie to you. Don't vote for me if I have not performed. But I have performed. I have. And I have decided with my wife and children, with my friends and relations, that there is a need to move forward, to come forward to provide service to the country, to ask Nigerians to hire me and to fire me if I can't deliver. He said 10 minutes more. Thank you very much. If you vote for me, I shall do the following. The first thing is that you need to create an economy that will create employment. Ask all politicians who are telling you they will create employment to tell you how. These delegates must use that word. How will you do this? The Nigerian economy moved from agrarian economy to service economy. I shall bring it back to agrarian economy, to industrialization and production. If we don't produce, crime will continue. Well, it is production that creates jobs. We will grow farm, we will grow cocoa, we will grow banana, we will grow cotton. We will add value to it. It is the value addition that creates job. We will rebuild our universities to become a place of learning. And the first policy,
you know, everything that is saying is a criticism of the Buhari administration, because all of these things were available for them to do. They didn't do it.
Anybody who commits crime will
These
be punished
guys are
for
just, they are
committing crime.
jokers, man.
People will not be let off the hook because you're important. Your lives are important. Trust me. Do what? Trust me. There are very few of who are honest. May God bless you as you go out there, challenged by God, challenged by your conscience, and put your money in your pocket and vote for Chibike Rotimi Amechi. God bless you.
Thank you very much. That was Right Honorable Rotimi Amechi.
Yeah, Buhari clap for that. That's the first time I've seen him clap.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Buhari clap for him.
Without further ado, I call for his own remark. The next aspirant, His Excellency, the former governor of Imo State, Senator Owele Anayo Rochas Okorocha. Put your hands together for him.
Ibeberezi.
My people.
Fresh out of VFCC jail. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
My people, my people. My people, my people.
I'm here to sing a new song. I'm not here to sing an old song. If we keep doing this politics the same old way, we shall be getting the same old result.
A new denominator
in
APC.
President, my president, Madam President, Vice President, leaders of our nation, leaders of our party. First, let me start by thanking God Almighty that I'm here with you today. Because if this convention has taken place when it was scheduled to take place on the 30th, I wouldn't have been here with you because I was somewhere in detention. But thank God Almighty that God in his infinite mercy saw us postpone this convention. Hence I'm here, and I'm here to address you.
Look at how that guy is looking at him. Like, look at this crowd.
I'm not privileged to be one of those who made the list of preferred candidates of this convention. Neither do I enjoy the blessings of the mighty and high in our society. In fact, I'm the bestest of them all. I'm an ordinary Nigerian who depends on the people to be elected and for the people and for the people to serve.
Wow,
the people are my strength in this case. I'd like to remind all of us again that power is a trust which can only be justified when used for the benefit of the common man. You must hear me and hear me out again. This nation this time must get it right.
I want to say to you, my delegates, especially those of you in partnership, the hour has come, the die is cast. You must search your conscience. If possible, make phone calls back to your family and ask them, what must I do with the vote that I have? Lest you go back again, wallowing in hunger and poverty, which have left you in perpetual suffering. I hate injustice and I hate poverty. I have covenant with God Almighty that when He blesses me, I shall bless others. And when He gives me, I must share with those who do not have. Because of my own, I can do nothing. But I can do all things through God who giveth me strength. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, my insistence in politics, after my traverse in politics, having formed this party, the APC, I have every reason to quit politics. But when I remember the poor, the widows, the sick, the needy, our nation bleeding, when I remember the insurgents, then I have reason to come back. I'm here to serve you. I've run for this presidency the third time. And I lack nothing. And I'm not in this presidency for primitive accumulation of wealth. I'm not here to buy cars or buy aircraft. I'm not here for anything. I'm here for one thing: to save the lives of the numerous poor Nigerians while uniting this nation. Nigeria must hear me out. Today, my dear delegates, destiny has bestowed on you the onerous responsibility to decide for us who shall fly the flag of our party. You must never do that with sentiments. Let me tell you, all this dramatic political jingoism which is going on here does not address the...
I think Ono stepped down for Tinubu as well.
I don't want anyone to step down for me. If you can step down the sufferings of the masses of Nigeria.
Step down for the masses of Nigeria.
I'm qualified in the three arms of government. I'm a lawyer with master's degree. I have experience in judiciary. I'm a former governor of Imo State 2 times. I have experience in the executive. And I'm a sitting senator. I have experience in the legislature. I have this experience in all aspects of our nation. So to you, my delegates, thank God that this power today is not in the hand of the high and mighty. It's in your hand. I don't know what they may have told you. I don't know what they must have said to you. You must think twice before you cast this vote. Because when you go back, while in poverty and anger and hunger, no one is there with you. I'm your best partner. I hear every aspirant here saying, I will, I will, I will. I don't say I will, I say I have done it. Listen, let me be boastful for the first time. I'm the commander of free education who saw children not going to school, provided school for them. Arawanchin Nigeria kusararel tukuna. Atopia nana na so kusenche war. Ba kude when maso you when
we go.
Hey, that guy is a politician, no?
Oh, I love this guy, man.
Wallahi billahi lazi.
La ilaha illallah.
But is he not a Christian? Why is this a wallahi?
Kutambe sukuna. Kuma sutambe da. Mekunta ba ima arewa. Yenzu watu anzo siasa
Se kutasha se kuna hakwena. Ache abaku Korea. Kuime de Korean. Bakuse mutunda ba se Yezu. Yodara che kakuyada. Omunemji bom.
Oh, I love this guy regardless,
Oh,
man.
okay. We wait
This
for the
guy is mad,
Yoruba.
though.
We wait
I'm
for the
looking forward to
Yoruba.
you to speak Yoruba too.
Yeah, I think he may speak Yoruba.
He has to. He must now. He must.
He will be the real Nigerian, man.
Yeah.
I'm loving this.
Let me tell you, those that are aspiring, everybody in this case.
Okay.
Let me tell you why I'm a better candidate. I hear people talk about track record. Believe me, let me say this. And don't tell anybody anywhere. The truth is, everyone contesting this election today is government that made them. None of them made wealth before government. So if they give you money, it's government money. But Rochas was Rochas before politics. I have the business acumen to create wealth, and I can create wealth. My people, my paper. God bless you.
Oh, I love you. I love you.
Look at that. MC Hammer.
Hey.
There it is.
Very much.
But he did give us Yoruba now, so that tells us.
Yeah. He couldn't speak Yoruba.
Look, but I really enjoyed that. Look at that. I enjoyed that.
Next aspirant.
Dunga, do. Look at that.
Thank you. Thank you. I bring up the next aspirant, Dr. Nicholas Felix, please.
All right. Oh, God. We're just waiting for Shiva Juna. Do we have to be taught?
Great Nigeria youth.
That girl will be after.
Greatest of the greatest Nigeria youth. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, Your Excellency, the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osibajo, and all protocol duly observed. My name is Dr. Nicholas Felix. I am the youngest presidential aspirant. I am 40 years old. First of all, let me thank
the President
for signing the Not Too Young to Run law bill, which gave me
if it's 40, I think it's the youngest among them because
but does it look 40?
Years old to run for president. When I came out, everybody said, nobody knows you. You won't
Where
win.
did he get that 100 million?
Everybody said, don't attempt it. But I went ahead, and I came third in the general election. When nobody thought it would happen, it was then I knew that dreams can still come to pass in Nigeria. It was then I knew that the son of a nobody can still become somebody in Nigeria. It was then I knew that the son of a retired civil servant whose pension is just 9,000 naira a month can still become somebody in Nigeria. With that effort, I decided to come the second time under this great platform, the All Progressive Congress. I have traveled to several states. I have met youth. I have spoken to youth. I discovered we have been marginalized. The only title they know how to give us as youth is to be SSA running around without offices. When the bill came, when the fee for the nomination form came, like every other person, I was going to be discouraged. But I refused to be discouraged. I said I must stand to represent the youth. After a while, going through the record, like the sons of Issachar, I understand the time that we are in. I understand that we must put personal interests aside. I understand we must think about the people who are dying every day. We must think about those who have just been killed. I understand that we must think about the youth. After careful consideration, I looked at it. If you look at it very carefully, we have the North, we have the South. And I thank God for all our northern governors, for what you guys did. I throw a salute for you all. For allowing power to go to the South, I throw a salute. But I must say, apart from the North and the South, Nigerians are divided into two religions. We have Muslim and Christian. I grew up with Muslim, wonderful people. Many of them are my friends. But we cannot have a Muslim and Muslim ticket in this election. And that's why I have decided to step down and show my full support to His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo.
Yeah, man.
Listen to me. All my delegates, many of you I spoke to you one-on-one. Many of you I called. Even until yesterday, I am asking if you want the youth voice to be heard in Nigeria. If you want the youth to be in the cabinet,
the youth voice?
vote for Yemi Osinbajo. I have come to throw my full weight. I have come to support him. God bless the youth of Nigeria. God bless the All Progressive Congress. God bless Nigeria. I'll see you on the other side of victory.
I'll see you on the other side of victory. Look at that. That's a rehearsed line
very
right
much.
there.
So another step down.
I don't know if we have
this time.
I was wondering why he's saying all his delegates. Who are
Professor Yemi Osinbajo, who will also be speaking to us later this evening. So we move on now to another of our aspirants, Mr. Jack Rich Tane.
My God, it's a real torment to this 23 something.
Thank you. Well, I want to thank my president, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Ghana.
Some time ago in 2017, I was here, right here at the Eagle Square, to organize the Nigerian youth, both Muslims and Christians, to organize prayer for my president, to organize prayer for this great nation. Because I said, as a little orphan boy who lost his parent at a young age, when I was just a teenager, we can't afford to keep losing our president. And I organized
I was thinking this, what I can say, it sounds a bit like Pansat, so it does sound like Pansat.
And I said I will do that with young boys and young women. And with Dave, this is my second appearance right here, standing on the stage to speak to Nigerians again, to thank these wonderful youths that came down here and organized a prayer session with me, to pray for this great country and for the wellness of our president. NTA covered that event live right here. And I'm happy to say to God, thank you, because the president that we prayed for is right here before us. Again, thank you, God. Thank you, the youth of this great nation.
I thought they said foreigners are not allowed. They said foreigners are not allowed now.
My mother was a brilliant woman who died when she was 42.
He's not a foreigner.
I was 10 years old. My father was a soldier that fought the Civil War and had bullet wounds and retired at the age of 27. My late mother struggled to go to school, but she got a wonderful man that promised to get married to her. Because back in the days in the village, if you are so brilliant as a woman, all the men will flock around you. And they promised this woman marriage and got this woman pregnant and made her to leave school, shattered her dreams. The man just walked away. The second man came because she became full, promised her marriage again, and then got her pregnant and walked away again. And the third man came, promised her marriage. She believed him, got her pregnant, and walked away again. She was heartbroken. She resulted to being a tomato seller, hawking Gary around the village. And one of those good old days, she traveled by boat, 12 hours by boat, from my village to Port Harcourt. And she met this wonderful, handsome man who just left military because he had bullet wounds. They got talking and they got married and gave birth to 5 children. I happen to be the 6th child. My parents had wonderful dreams. My mother had wonderful dreams. She couldn't realize it. And when they gave birth to us, we didn't know what they were going through. I was born in the city of Port Harcourt in River State on the 28th day of January 1975. My parents in Port Harcourt, they didn't live in the city. They lived at the waterside because they were Ijaw people. But life became so tough, and they decided to retire back to the village. Back in the village, I was there.
Is this a biography or a
about
presidential
My mother was just hawking and around, and I used to hawk with this
Man,
wonderful woman.
I believe he knows he's not going to get anywhere, but he's preparing the future for himself.
Yes, he's introducing himself to society.
Yeah,
He'll
come back again. I believe.
And was rushed to the hospital.
Another
She
Jonathan,
couldn't
somebody
afford a
say
medical
no
bill
shoes.
that was just less than 50 Nigerian naira. In my very eyes, this strong woman that I used to hawk around with couldn't walk. And my father just left us. We didn't know where he went. And in my
He
very
thought it's
eyes,
in America.
she died. And when she died, I felt the life was over. I retired back to the village through the same boat. I became a little fisher boy at the age of 10. An orphan boy without father, without mother. Paddling canoe all through the night to the next morning trying to survive. I was in primary school till I was 15 years old. And after primary school, I said to myself, I remembered I was born in the city where there were sounds of cars and birds making noise and singing those melodious songs. I'm going to return back to that city. I borrowed a boat back to the city, not knowing where to go to. But when I arrived at the city at night, I said to myself, this is where I was born. I was just sleeping under the bridges, trying to survive, trying to make ends meet. Sometimes no food to eat. I would knock on gates trying to ask for a job. One of those days, I remember what happened. I knocked at the gate of a man, and he said, can you help me move out all the feces and the sockaway? And I told him, yes, I can do it. He got me a wooden ladder, and I moved into the sockaway, using buckets to move out, scoop out all the feces right on my face just to make ends meet. This young boy encountered destiny, and here I am before you, telling you that my life is a success story. When I encountered destiny, I said to myself, I will educate myself. Someone met me and gave me 25,000 naira. And with the 25,000 naira, I started my business with it. Today, 25,000 naira has created value of over $1 billion that I'm able to help humanity with my wealth. I did not know a counselor. I didn't know a minister. I didn't know a governor. I didn't know a president. A little orphan boy whose parents were nothing yesterday, being privileged to stand before you, going around doing good. I've got my footprint in the Northwest, in Sokoto State, in Kano State, in Kaduna State. I'm building 356 abolition center at the Sultan Bello Mosque for my Muslim brothers. In Castina, you see my footprint, providing water. In Gombe State, you see my footprint, providing water. In Bauchi State, you see my footprint, providing water. All over Nigeria.
How did they go from water to
State,
water?
Providing water. In my Niger Delta region, helping people and all that. I am a development agent.
Look at this guy.
This country needs a development agent. You need a president with the right visionary leadership. Listen to me. In 2023, the economy of this great country and the population will be challenged. The population of this country in 2023 will be 223 million. The population grow at 2.5%, which means 5.5 million of the population will be added to it. The projected population is 22 million. It means the leadership of 2023 will deal with a population of 240 million. You need somebody that understands macroeconomic fundamentals and somebody that understands the dialectics of microeconomy to turn the economy around. You need to vote for Jack Rich. A vote for Jack Rich is a lot of job for you. A vote for Jack Rich is a brighter future. A vote for Jack Rich is a world where you have someone that negotiates for you in the Committee of Nations. A vote for Jack Rich is to turn this economy and create dreams for young ones like you. I'm here to ask you to vote for me so that we can work together, create jobs. The North, the East, the West, the South. Work with me, vote for me, and I will create a lot of employment opportunities for you. I want to thank you once more, knowing fully well that today is a deciding factor of how 2023 will be shaping. If you vote for me, the orphans and the widows now have a voice and I have a dream. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jack Rich. Well, we're moving on now. We're moving on now. Well, they call him the White Lion. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Governor Yahaya Bello, GYB.
Okay, this will be interesting. Is it going to be a dancer too? He's dancing. Look at that.
Thank you, Mr. DJ. Your Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency, the Vice President, Professor Yemi Oshibajo, GCON. Your Excellency, the wife of the President, Dr. Mrs. Aisha Muhammadu Buhari.
Dr. Mrs.
Your Excellency, the Senate President, distinguished Senator Ahmed Lawal. Your Excellency, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Bajabiamila. Let me recognize and appreciate all of my colleagues, governors here present. Let me profoundly recognize the chairman of our party, distinguished Senator Abdullahi Adamu. Let me recognize the National Secretary of our party, Dr. Iola Omishore. Let me recognize all members of the NWC here present. Let me recognize all the founding fathers of our great party, including the national leader, Senator Bola Ahmed Ashewaju Tinubu, including His Excellency Ahmad El-Rufai, including Dr. Obonaya Onu, my co-competitor, and all others numerous to be mentioned. Let me welcome and appreciate our delegates from across the country of the All Progressives Congress. Before I proceed, permit me to seize this opportunity to ask all of you to please maintain 1 moment of silence for those that were killed in our war when they're worshiping God, for those that were killed in Sasa Market, in Ibadan, in Oyo State, for those that were killed, those tomato sellers, the ram and cow sellers that were burned down in their cold blood in all parts of this country. For those that were traveling from Abuja to Kaduna on train, and these cowards called bandits attacked, killed some, and some are still in captivity today. And for those that were murdered in their cold blood by bandits, Boko Haram, ISWAP, kidnappers, and the rest of them. Those that lost their lives, may their soul rest in perfect peace. Just 1 moment. May their soul rest in perfect peace. I start on this particular note because today that is the most challenging issue that is bedeviling this nation, followed by unity of our dear country, followed by prosperity or progress. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I will not bore you down too much with a lot of speeches. A lot of all of these problems that are confronting this nation today were bedeviling my state, Kogi State, as at the time I assumed office on 27th of January 2016. Insecurity, disunity, lack of progress and prosperity. 6 years down the line, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, insecurity is fast becoming a history in Kogi State. In Kogi State, unity of all of the tribes and religion is what we are enjoying in Kogi State. In Kogi State, there is religious tolerance. In fact, I am the first Muslim northern governor that built a chapel for our Christian brothers in Government House. After 28 years of existence of Kogi State, that is religious tolerance. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today we have a lot of our students from various tertiary institutions at home. They are not in the school. Their future is being toyed with. When I assumed office in Kogi State, 6 years down the line, no strike of any sort are existing in Kogi State. Today in Kogi State, every student will be assured, they are very sure that the very day they go into the school, they are graduating. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, these and various problems that are bedeviling Nigeria today, we inherited them in Kogi State. With little resources, we have been able to put them behind us. Therefore, I am here running to become the president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to provide leadership, to provide sincere leadership, purposeful leadership for this dear country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we might be playing politics today, but let's think of the future of this country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen,
this country,
we are the future of this nation. The younger generation and the youths of Nigeria that are gathered here today, and those that are watching us from their homes, from across the country and all over the world. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all other nations of this world that prosper, take it from Bill Clinton, Macron, and host of them, they are doing, some of them did greatly, in fact, all of them did greatly, and those that are in position today are doing greatly. Give us this opportunity. Support me. Please, when you are casting your vote, think of the roads you ply before you get to this point. Think of those that were coldly murdered, who in their sleep, in their businesses, on the road. Think of those that are troubled today. Women, youths, and people living with special needs today.
You know, when they're saying all these things, I wonder if they know that they are actually in government,
and these
that
are
they're
the
criticizing
young
these things
and
on.
women that are doing very well. Let me use this opportunity to commend those that have stand very fast and firm in making sure that they stand for their generation, for their people. First among them here is distinguished Senator Binani, who is now the governorship aspirant or candidate of Adamawa State. That is resilience. She faced a lot of stress, a lot of suppression and oppression. That is exactly what the younger generation are facing today. President Muhammadu Buhari, I doff my hat for you. I salute you. You thought of the future of this country, and you graciously signed, not too young to run bill into law. We didn't come this far to chicken out. We are here to win. According to my brothers, an ce ba mu fara ba don mu daina ba. Bi iznillahi ta'ala wannan zaben za mu ci shi. Kafin ku dinga ƙuriyanku da Allah da annabi, ku tuna da mutanenmu matasa da mata, waɗanda suke cikin gidansu an kakkashe su, waɗanda suke talla, wanda suke kasuwancinsu a ko duk Najeriya an kokona su, an kashe su. Har yanzu ba yi magana ba. Ni bi iznillahi ta'ala idan kuka bani wannan daman, bi iznillahi ta'ala Najeriya za ta canza. I am here to build on the legacies of President Muhammadu Buhari, and by the grace of God, we are here to make a history, and this is the time for you to become part of that history. And I am very confident that after a clean, clear, transparent electoral process today, then I shall become victorious, and I shall be the flag bearer of all Progressives Congress, who will go ahead to defeat PDP, to defeat Atiku. I am that candidate that will do that. And how did I do that in Kogi State? I inherited a PDP state when I assumed office. And today, Kogi State has become 100% APC. And by the grace of God, it shall never go back to a PDP again. So please, let us not make that mistake, because we have the numbers. Youths, women, and people living with disabilities are those that vote. We have the numbers. Just a few weeks back, we tested a mic. Simultaneously, over 16 million Nigerians came out to give me support across this country. Women, people living with disabilities came out to give me the support. I have the ability to win the election, the general election, on or before 2 p.m. by the special grace of God. I thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity that you are giving to me. Igbo kwenu, Igbo kwenu. Ọmọ dúdú amokin yo, ọmọ dúdú amokin yo. Jama'a mu da Allah da Annabi, kafin ku dafa ƙuriyanku, ku tuna da Allah.
Ngba one man, I am Odudu. I want to you. What can you Odudu?
Okay, yo. Look at that.
Ni ne zan zo na gina akai. Ina roƙanku da Allah ku dafa mun ƙuriyanku. Allah ya sa mana albarka, Allah ya ba mu albarka, Allah ya ba mu alheri, Allah ya ba mu nasara. I thank you so much. APC! APC! APC!
After all this, they'll still rig it anyway. It doesn't matter.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That is His Excellency Governor Yahya Doza Bello, the Executive Governor of Kogi State. We have 3 more aspirants. We have 3 more aspirants to go. On this note, I'd like to invite Chief Ike Obasi Mokelu to please come to the podium. And of course, the only woman in the race, I have the singular honor and pleasure to invite Barrister Mrs. Uju Kennedy Ohenye. Please let's welcome them.
So why are they leaving Oshibanjo till last? Is that because he's vice president?
Oh yeah, probably I think so. You know, when it comes last and step down for Tinubu, the game is over right there, 1 month.
We'll see though, but all the Yorubas have stepped down for Tinubu, so I don't know. We did go up against the Yorubas, is the thing.
I doubt if he's going to step down.
Banja doesn't look happy, 1 man.
It never looks well. We'll see. Yeah, I think he's keeping a poker face. He's keeping a poker face, isn't he?
I believe he's been forced to step down to
It doesn't matter, forced or not.
On our list. And we have Barrister Mrs. Uju Kennedy Ohenye.
Yeah, I'm curious to see who she is actually. I don't
Ohanenye, not Ohenye.
Beg those of you that are still on the aisle to take your seats in the various states you come from. Please go to your states as the electoral committee are about to get down to business. And they have said that they won't commence with the voting tonight if you all don't take your seats and give us a clear thoroughfare. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have Chief Ikeobasi Mokelu.
APC. Your Excellency. Your Excellency, the President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, all other protocols observed. I want to start tonight's talk by asking you very simple question. How many of you here love President Muhammadu Buhari? If you love him, raise your hand. I love him. Raise your hands if you love him. Go. A lot of speakers, in fact, all the speakers who came on this stage started their speeches about knowing President Buhari from 2015. And the question is, did President Buhari start his politics in 2015? The answer is no. And to further what I'm telling you, I will ask you very simple questions. You answer me, we move on. President Muhammadu Buhari started his public life as a military officer and a GOC. Have you ever heard that he stole money as a GOC?
Yes.
The answer is no. He later became military governor of present Northeast state. 6 states today: Taraba, Borno, Adamawa, Gombe, Bauchi, and Yobe. In today's circumstance, President Buhari would have had not less than 100 houses per state. But President Buhari has no house except the houses he has in Kaduna and his village, Daura. President Buhari could have had 600 houses, but he chose to have only 1 house in Kaduna and 1 house in Daura. President Buhari is not a thief. After his governorship, he was appointed Minister of Petroleum and Chairman NNPC. As I'm speaking with you, President Buhari has never had any filling station, not even a fuel dump. It is because he is an honest man. After his ministership, he went into other public life. He was head of state he never stole government money. It is because of this that we brought him, because he's not a thief. That explains why we brought him into politics in November 2002. Most of the speakers who spoke here tonight will tell you stories about how they knew Buhari in 2014, 2015. What of 2002? It is because President Buhari has never stolen in his life. That was why we brought him into APP, All People's Party. And gave him the
Why
party
is this guy talking like this? That Buhari never stole in his life.
How does
How does he know?
We knew Buhari is Fulani. We knew Buhari is Muslim. But we gave him that ticket. We all ran.
People are asking if he's campaigning for Buhari or himself.
2006.
I don't know.
2007 presidential
If
election.
Buhari is in the race.
He ran. We failed.
I think he knows he's not going to win, so he's positioning himself for any
Fulani
whatever.
And he is Muslim. 2011, we gave him ticket again. We ran and we failed.
They only give them 3 minutes. And
this is because
oh my God,
this is a man of honor, of character, and of integrity. This is because he's a man of honor, of character.
Look at the way he's standing.
Integrity.
Even do men stand like that
So,
at Kimbo?
That for those who come on board and tell you how they knew Buhari from 2015, that is absolute.
I believe his children will be so ashamed of him tonight.
Very.
We will always talk about President Buhari and his sincerity of purpose. If we must redeem this country, we must cultivate the characteristics of President Muhammadu Buhari in order to salvage this nation. Distinguished delegates, this is your opportunity to put in a man of honor, of character, and of integrity. I want you.
Look at what Irene is saying. She said, on behalf of Indigo, we hereby disown this man.
Because I want you to vote for me. Because this is the only opportunity you have.
You never stole money before.
The characteristics of President Muhammadu Buhari.
You see?
If you remember, in November 2018,
Igbo people will stone him now. He said he had characteristic of Buhari.
All over this nation, in order to take Buhariism forward.
He has forgotten about TSN.
So, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, this is my story. This is our story. Please vote for me. Vote for
sounds
me
drunk.
Buhariism.
He's not a real Igbo man. No. Say that he have characteristic of Buhari.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. That was Chief Ike Obasi Mokelu. I'm going to bring up the only woman in this contest. A pride of the nation. Women should please give a resounding applause as I invite Barrister Mrs. Uju Kennedy Ohenye. You're welcome, ma'am.
Look at that. Tinubu did not dance now. Did Tinubu dance?
Tinubu did not dance.
Look at that.
Has he spoken?
No, it was
Yes,
the first.
it was the
It was the
first.
first to speak. Is a vote for me because I have got the I thank you.
Actually, I love what you said.
I love Una, don't be small.
I loved what Tinubu said.
Kai, thank you so much. Your Excellency, the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, and his amiable wife, Aisha Buhari, the Vice President, Yemi Osibanjo, and the wife, I stand on the existing protocols. My goodness. Mama don't come on board.
Look at that. She reminds me of Bia, you know, just there for the purpose of
because Mama
female.
Mama don't come.
One man, you don't know me. You can never characterize me. You can only dream.
I came on
Dream
board
on.
actually because of you people, the downtrodden, the physically challenged, the indigent patients, etc., and the elderly women, etc., etc., and the youths. That is why I came on board, because I feel Nigeria needs a mother. I decided to come on board to be that mother of the nation. I love you guys so much. And again, there are so many things I feel that a woman is needed to be done in this country. That is the only thing Nigeria is lacking. Woman expertise, economical and selflessness.
Expertise? Is that the same thing as expertise?
That is what major thing that we need in this country right now. The men don't pay for this place, so 40 years. Una don't need mama. I thank you people so much. But after I've seen the event of things and how things are going, I found out that we still need some more time for it to happen. So based on this, I am pleading with all the delegates to know that their vote is a lifesaver. We have our children to think of, especially their future. We have our mothers to think of. We have our nation to think of. Let them try and vote right for somebody who will be able to achieve all this for the brighter future of our children.
I think we know where she's going.
That is what I'm pleading with the delegates. Your vote is a lifesaver. Please utilize it well for the right candidates. And I feel, as Barrister Mrs. Uju Kennedy Ohanenye, that I should step aside for that lifesaver and the best candidate, who is Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. I urge my delegates, my supporters,
Ahmed.
Please vote right. And cast
Oh,
vote.
How many delegates does he have?
Out of all of the things that we anticipated, we never anticipated this.
People. I love you all. I love Nigeria, and I love you. Bye-bye.
No. I mean in all this endorsement of Tinubu is what
Give it up, Mama. Wait there on board.
Look at that.
Mama, we no fit stand for woman. If they go step down for Tinubu and they say Mama, which Mama you be?
Let me just mute because that music it can get a copyright. Okay, it's gone. So north, south, east, and west, they've all stepped down for Tinubu. Look at that, 100 million and he didn't even turn up. 100 million and he didn't even turn up. Unbelievable. All right, guys. So I'm going to pause it for a moment. Before we get to Yemi Osinbajo, let me acknowledge some of the two super chats that have come in, mainly from Alexander Gomez. And I'm only pausing it really because his super chat. It's relevant to what we're about to hear. So let's go through Alexander's super chats just very quickly, and then we hear from the vice president. So Alexander, he comes in. When we first started, it says looking good for Egbon Tinubu. So that is what he said first. Thank you for that. And then he goes on to add, 2023 election will be spellbinding and captivating. But this is why I posted because he's made this prediction, which rhymes then with what we may or may not hear next. It says, I am calling this early. Tinubu wins the nomination to be the flag bearer for APC. Atiku versus Tinubu will be battle. Atiku versus Tinubu will battle this out. Congratulations, Egbon. So Alexander sticks his neck out via the super chat. So I acknowledge that as I go back to the streaming. So let me just I'm not quite sure which tab did I have it on. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Is it this one? Yeah, there it is. So let's get back to it. So that's Alexander staking his opinion there.
Did you reduce the volume? Because I can't really hear. I don't know if anybody is experiencing the same.
No, I did not. Let me see. It's at its highest, both on everything.
That's Osinbajo coming.
Can you hear it okay, Ajanle Koko?
Huh?
Can you hear it?
Oh yeah, I'm hearing you.
No. Can you hear the clip?
No.
Can you not hear it? People are saying they can't hear it. Can you hear it?
No.
No, I've stopped it now, but people are saying the volume is the highest I can have it, both on the...
Maybe it's from there. It could be from the channel that,
It's not from it, yeah.
Because Nigerian channels can be funny sometimes.
Yeah.
Nigerian TV channel. Yeah, I think the volume is coming up.
Okay, let
What's the problem?
Can you not hear it?
Oh God. We can.
All right, I'm refreshing it so we see. Apologies for all that. Just at the...
Okay. Okay.
Hopefully you can hear it now.
No, not loud.
I thought you tried.
You may have muted it. You may have muted it at the back end. You may have muted the area at the back end.
I did not.
The sharing screen, you have not muted it. Okay.
No.
How did it disappear then?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Can you hear it now?
Hook up with.
Can you hear it now?
Yeah, faintly.
Please allow His Excellency alone to go on that stage to be received by the chairman of the planning committee. Thank you very much.
Because I can hear it okay. Okay,
Yeah, I think it's.
I can hear it now. I can hear it.
Okay,
It's okay.
Yeah, I think it's better now.
Thank you. DJ, give it up.
So this is it. We'll see if we have a fight or not.
They want him to dance. Yes.
Who sang that song even? This yo 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 yo?
He's Daniel and Technique.
Thank you, DJ. Thank you, Your Excellency, Vice President Professor Yemi Oshimbajo, SAN GCON.
Thank you. 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 Thank you.
That's a rented crowd. That's a rented crowd.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The audio is not good.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Please hold on.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. 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 Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's a rented.
I'm grateful. Thank you very much. Let us.
Is it too loud? Is it too loud?
It's okay.
Right. No.
It's okay.
Your Excellency, Your Excellency, the President, Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. Your Excellency, the wife of the President,
Yeah, Atiku is definitely not stepping down, man. That guy is not stepping down.
Hold on. No, he's not. But let's hear him. Yeah.
Please. Thank you very much. Please. Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. Your Excellency, the wife of the President of Nigeria, Hajiya Aisha Buhari, the President of the Senate, distinguished Senator Ahmed Lawan, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, the National Chairman of our great party, the APC, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, leaders of our great party, the APC, members of the National Working Committee of our great party, leaders of our party, members of our party, distinguished guests, all of our young people, ladies and gentlemen, the great Nigerian youth, the greatest of the greatest Nigerian youth.
Sure, campaign style.
Thank you very much. First, let me begin on a solemn note. I join you and the good people of Ondo State in mourning the victims, men, women, and children of the heinous and dastardly terrorist act that took place at the St. Francis Catholic Church in Owo, and other victims of terrorism across the country. And I pray that the Lord God Almighty will comfort their families and that we'll never see a repeat of these heinous acts in our nation again. I'm deeply honored to stand before you today and to share this platform with 22 other exceptional members of our great party who today vie for the preferment of the presidential candidate of our great party, the APC. Like most of us here, I am a Nigerian. I was born here. My parents were born here. I went to primary, secondary schools, and university here. I have worked here all my life. This country has afforded me most of the education and opportunities and the worldview that I have. I have seen and experienced the great prospects of Nigeria. I know that it is possible for us to have a world-class educational system. It is possible to have a world-class healthcare system for all Nigerians. It is possible to establish a tech economy here in Nigeria. It is possible to establish a bitumen processing industry in Ondo, gold processing in Zamfara and Osun, and exploit and process the finest precious metals and stones in the world, in Benue, in Plateau, and most of the North Central states. We can exploit oil and gas in the Niger Delta, in the Southeast, and now even in Bauchi and Gombe states. It is possible to manufacture our vehicles in Ninewi. Already, Innocent Motors is doing great things there. We can open up steel plants in Kogi, establish Africa's largest industrial city between Ogun and Lagos. We can establish the biggest gas and petrochemical plants in the world. in the Niger Delta. We can sell fertilizer to Africa, as we already have one of the largest plants in the world, the Dangote refinery. We can sell shoes to the world. Already the Abashu cluster.
Just to remind everybody that this guy was the vice president for 7 years, so we can.
To the rest of Africa. We can manufacture our weapons, our ammunitions locally. Daikon in Kaduna is already manufacturing munitions.
Yes, we can.
Manufacturing all manner of ammunition. And Proforce, a Nigerian company, Imperial, a Nigerian company, is making armored mobile platforms, armored personnel carriers, MRAPs, here in Nigeria. We can build drones, helicopters, and planes. Our Air Force is already manufacturing air platforms and manufacturing its own drones. And God helping us, in 2 decades, we can become the first nation on earth to send a team of all black men and women as astronauts to the moon.
Look at this guy, ridiculous.
We have the talent, we have the talent,
just speaking for them.
The
English speaking.
To be one of the world's leading economies. We have the guts and the confidence to beat the world. We can run an open, honest, and transparent government. We can ensure the rule of law. We can secure our nation from terrorism. We can provide good-paying jobs for millions of young people. In this decade, we can lift 100 million people out of poverty. We can give all women equal education, equal opportunities, and we can establish a comprehensive social welfare program for the poor and for the vulnerable. Unfortunately, we are not starting from zero. We have already, in this administration, the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, begun the most ambitious infrastructure investment in the history of our country. We have revolutionized agriculture. Since 2015, young Nigerians have established 6 unicorns, technology companies, each worth over $1 billion. Everything we can imagine or dream is within our reach. Everything. All that is left is for us to make the right decision tonight. And so we stand today on the threshold of history. To paraphrase Winston Churchill, so much depends on so few of us. 2,322 delegates will decide the future of our children and their own children. 2,322 persons will decide the fortunes of Africa's largest economy and the largest population of black people on earth. 2,322 people. What an awesome responsibility. What an incredible moral burden. The future of our children compels us and compels all of you, our distinguished delegates, to vote right tonight. We are a religious nation. We believe in the power of prayer. We all pray for a country that is peaceful and prosperous. But God allows us, by our voting, to show him whether we mean the prayers we pray or not. You cannot wish this country well and vote for someone you do not believe in. You cannot. So when you vote tonight, so our dear delegates, when you vote tonight, be sure, our dear delegates, when you vote tonight, know that your vote carries the answer to your prayers for our country and for our future. That vote that you will cast carries the answer for the prayers that you have prayed for the future of our children and for the future of our country. Over the past several weeks, I have gone the length and breadth of this country. I've engaged with you delegates in the 36 states and Abuja, and I've engaged with members of our great party. We have had deep and wide-ranging conversations on the issues that are most important to us all as a nation. You have told me your hopes, your fears, and your dreams. We have risen together on the future of our country. I have also served for 7 years, by the grace of God, as Vice President. While at the side of President Muhammadu Buhari, I have seen firsthand the nuances and complexities of the challenges that confront us as a nation. One thing is certain: our circumstances will not afford the next leader of our country any time to learn on the job. In discharging my duties as Vice President for the past 7 years, I have been prepared in the most profound ways for the task that lies ahead. And I will be ready from day one.
He's not stepping down.
No.
Yeah.
It is for these reasons. It is for these reasons that I, Oluyemi Oluleke Osinbajo, by the grace of God, Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
he's stepping down.
Myself to you, our distinguished delegates, for your consideration as the presidential candidate of our great party, the APC. God bless you all, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless you.
And there it is.
Buhari is smiling, no?
All right. All right. All right. All right. So that's it. I think that's it. So now let's take reactions to that. So I mean, what you heard. Let's start from To Niger. Where do you think we're placed now? To Niger.
This one is hard to call. I don't know how the APC functions on the inside, but I think given what we've seen, Buhari is on the side of Osinbajo, so who knows what he can pull off within the party. But Tinubu has a lot of sway. At least his money does have a lot of sway. So Nigerian policies, I don't understand it well enough to say, okay, the money will win out or the power of incumbency will win out. But one thing I can say for sure is that if Tinubu wins, the North will put their backs up. And that's something I am certain about for sure, because they don't like powerful Southern leaders. And that is going to be a problem for APC. Because it doesn't take a lot of lift for Atiku and a compelling Southern candidate to do damage. If Atiku goes and picks someone like Wike that can harass people, Wike can harass Tinubu Tinubu runs off the stage, and it's going to be a problem. And I don't know if they go and choose Tinubu. But I like what I saw though to an extent. I like the way some of the Yoruba leaders, just gave way for Tinubu. There's something good about that, because I like when people show some sense of loyalty. I don't know whether it's loyalty or just money. I can't be too sure, but there is something to be said for when leaders give way for one person. It means they are organized enough to even do that. So that is not a bad thing to see However, I see a problem if Tinubu makes it to run for president, because the North will not like him at all. He's too powerful for that. And if they do, it might be good for Nigeria, So, but
that's exactly what would be best for Nigeria now. Somebody that the North does not like will be the best person for Nigeria.
But the North gets their way. They have the numbers. That's the problem. And then there's Peter Obi factor too in the South. The Igbos are not going to like, okay, yeah, Tinubu. As a matter of fact, many Southerners don't like Tinubu. Let's face it. They don't like him. They feel he's a godfather.
Nobody actually likes him. I don't like him.
You see the problem. That is why he's going to have a problem. He might be popular within the corridors of power in terms of his money and everything, and he's clearly has a lot of people that he has gotten into positions of authority. But that doesn't equate to winning an election, especially this type of election that they've gone and chosen Atiku in the North. So, yeah, I think let's just see what happens. Nigeria's politics right now is in flux, in my mind anyway. I feel like it could go either way. Tinubu's money could win out, or incumbency could win out. If you ask me to pick one side, I would say incumbency will win out, because Buhari is in office. And if anything, anybody should learn anything today, Buhari's face is very, very easy to read. My God. The guy didn't like what he was seeing with Tinubu at all. He didn't like it. And you can see that he was even literally clapping for this in Osibanjo. It tells you that guy is... See, and when the other guy was talking about how Buhari doesn't steal money, I asked myself, because you were saying something about Buhari stealing money. I don't know. Have you had any case where Buhari has been involved in corruption?
When Buhari was the Minister of Petroleum under the Obasanjo regime, that was the first big corruption scandal that a lot of money went missing. This was in the 80s, when money was money. About $2 billion went missing. When they traced it to Midlands Bank, then in the United Kingdom, under the name of Buhari.
$2.8 billion.
Yes. And then when it was Chairman Petroleum Trust Fund under Abacha, a lot of looting took place, which Obasanjo investigated, but he said he would let go. So he's known for corruption.
See, the reason why I have issues with that is that, one, none of the cases went anywhere in terms of implicating him for anything. Secondly,
who has ever been jailed for? It's the same story for everyone now.
So, to be fair, Omar Diko and all the others, the ones we know stole money, we know them.
Now. Who has jailed Babangida? Who has jailed Tinubu?
Yeah,
we all know they are thieves.
But the point I'm making is that...
What of 29 briefcases in... suitcases, the one that, yeah.
Hold on. The second point I wanted to make that should underline the reason why I'm giving Buhari a bit of benefit of the doubt is what follows after he has been proven to, after he was accused to be corrupt. Does Buhari look like a guy that has a lot of money to spare? That guy. It's not like Tinubu. It's not like Omar Diko.
Do you know that all the children attended their college in Britain? Where did he get all the money to pay?
That is something poor people's children. Buhari is known enough to be able to open powers and gain favors to make money. Let's face it, if you are that popular, you have been a head of state. Yes,
so you are saying that he didn't steal money when he was in government?
The guy doesn't look like the guy that... That guy look like he cares. See, I'm not sticking my neck for somebody. You have to tell the truth when you see it. That guy doesn't look like he cares for this life. Look at him.
Look at you.
Don't get carried away with that.
I mean, don't get carried away with... come on, man. You don't stick your neck out for anybody like that.
Let me tell you another narrative. When Buhari was running for the presidential he told us that he had to take a bank loan and sell his land in Port Harcourt in order to be able to afford the 50 million naira presidential nomination forms. But now, look at him now, the way he lives life like an Arab prince. All of his children abroad. You saw the wedding for his daughter. The guy is corrupt. Let's just...
Come on,
I don't think... The son is the fifth...
Yeah.
The son is the fifth richest president's son in the world. What are you talking about?
Don't worry.
Buhari's son is a peace-treated president. Okay,
yeah,
that one.
Buhari is corrupt. Don't worry about that.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
But back to what we're talking about, because I want to round this session off and then go to the session that had already advertised, because this was just meant to be a stream of what happened, but it's turned into a session. But give us your yeah, and then I'll just take a quick sample from everybody. So back to you. Yeah.
You want me to say something?
No, yeah, I wanted you to go back to what we just witnessed as opposed to assessing Buhari.
Osibanjo. I think Osibanjo clearly has been undercover for too long. He hasn't said too much. I like what he had to say. He seems to be very aspirational. He wants, the best for Nigeria. Question is, if all that vision was there, why was he not able to give, his president all that advice? And we should be seeing differences on the ground, and that concerns me because he was there. He's been there for the last 8 years or so. So, however, I like what he had to say. He's one of the best speeches I've heard. I think his was actually better than that of Tinubu, and better than all of them, really.
Yes, he's a very articulate man.
Yeah,
he's a law professor also, so that comes out.
And there's no harm. I think with him in office, Nigerians will just carry on the same way. There's going to be improvements because he does have the mind, the capacity to make some changes and good. But what Nigeria needs is something radical, and I worry that he may not deliver. That's my concern.
Yes,
he's an establishment figure.
Of all of the things that you said, the one that I align with the most is just that last comment. He speaks well, he presents well, he's very part and very staid, and he will do a competent job. But you need somebody that is inspired. So you don't see that he's inspired, but you see that he's competent.
Yes.
So that's just. I like him too, but it's just not enough for me. I've never really. I think Atiku is enough. I think Atiku has it in him. I think Tinubu has it in him, but I think he will do a
seriously
decent job.
Think Atiku is enough?
No, I think Atiku has the.
I worry, man. Atiku worries me. Yeah. We need that Ogbologbo in office.
Atiku is an Ogbologbo now. That's what I'm saying. But it's an Ogbologbo, and Tinubu is an Ogbologbo. But Osibanjo is just, he's
not going to be radical enough. But
English speaking,
my worry with Atiku's Ogbologboism is that his own is to make his own is to make his friends richer, and that's my concern, not for Nigerians. Yeah. That is my concern. And Tinubu, you see, you have to give Yorubas something. One thing I like about Yorubas is that they have this innate ability to make money at the same time try to do some good. Generally, they are not always, too excessive in any aspect. And Tinubu has demonstrated that in Lagos. He's made some good changes in Lagos. So, yeah, he's an okay leader. He has the ability to reach, make significant changes. And people that are this powerful in their minds and in they have political children everywhere. They tend to really make it into the presidency because the forces that will be against them, because they know they are very powerful, just like Abiola was prevented. If you are too powerful, the other forces that really want to prevent you from making it into office again will prevent you. You can see that in the US where they prevented the Clintons from making it back into office again. And this is something that, Tinubu will have to contend with. And, he has to make his peace with it if he loses now.
All right. All right. Thank you for that. So let's hear from Bia. Bia, so what did you make then of that session, Bia?
Well, Osibanjo spoke well. Tinubu was rattling. Possibly he knew he possibly had bought his vote for tonight, hoping that he's going to win. I have issues with Osibanjo, even though he was very fluent and fluid with his speech. If actually he's going to govern well, he had that opportunity to impact his stamp his at least have a voice within this political space since he's with the Buhari, but he's been silenced. If he didn't have the guts to stand up to the cabals whilst in power, how is he then going to do that when he's the #1 man to lead if we vote for him? That is my worry for Sibanjo. But for Tinubu may be a no-nonsense man. If he gets to power, I am fearful that he's going to be another form of Buhari in a different way, an authoritarian, so powerful that he can just do whatever he likes. And yeah, that's my fear, my worry with him. But he's the only one that could stand up to the North, but he may likely abuse that power as well with his subjects, his people, and other Nigerians. So conclusively, I'm worried for Nigeria. Yeah, we are yet to see a very good leader to come. No, I don't support any of them, really. Thank you.
All right, brilliant. Well put, yeah. So, Ajanle Koko, so what's your reaction to what we just saw, Ajanle Koko? Ajanle Koko? Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you. I don't. Okay, I think it's back.
One man.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to somebody?
Okay. Let's come to Efe. Then we go back to Ajanle Koko. So, Efe, let's hear from you.
Okay. I would just want to make some correction on my own observation. I listened to Tinubu very well, and I still believe Tinubu said the most sincere speech. And I'll quote something he said. He said, they will go back to fulfill the promise they made in 2014. Please quote that statement. Everything every promise they made in 2014, they never fulfilled any. Quote that statement, he said. And Tinubu might be corrupt. Yes, he's very corrupt. But let's look at Lagos of today. Lagos of today, it is a transformation. Even Abuja, the capital city, cannot stand Lagos. If the population of Lagos is in Abuja, oh my God, Abuja will not be able to withstand it. So Tinubu has done a great job. Some people say he's an authoritarian and all that. I feel what the man was just trying to do in Lagos is, if I live here and somebody that does not have my own vision in sight comes here, this whole plan can be destroyed. I'm not a Tinubu supporter, but sometimes I just try to see things the other way around. And back to Osinbajo, I don't think Osinbajo will make a good president. I feel he will be controlled. He will definitely be controlled. If all this thing is saying now, all this plan is saying now, why didn't he give the president the idea to actually?
Sorry, I was saying that's the one question, isn't it? Of everything that he has to say, the one question is, if you've had 8 years, why didn't you do it?
So it's a medicine after death. What Osinbajo is just doing is basically medicine after death. I don't feel we should stop deceiving ourselves with all this. He's youthful, he's eloquent, he speaks English.
But this is not the president, though.
It does not mean he's a vice president.
Not the one in
he
charge.
Should be.
He's not the one in charge. He's not in charge.
Yes,
Let's be fair to him. He's not in charge.
Yes, he's the vice president, but to some extent,
he's not the one in charge. He can't drive that. He can't drive that big ambition that.
Did he present the ideas to? Did he present to the ideas to the president?
That's what we don't know. That's what we don't know.
There are certain things he should have let the president know. This is what people have. There was if you listen to most of the interview Buhari had with the media, sometimes it sounds like he doesn't know what is happening. That's the way Buhari sounds, like he doesn't even know what is actually happening. So I don't think Osinbajo is actually he's competent, yes, but his whole agenda cannot be fulfilled without there's one particular thing Tinubu is saying, that without power, without electricity in this country, every other development plan cannot come to work. And nobody's talking about power except Tinubu. And I'm very sure these plans he has, because he did it in Lagos, talk and do. He did it, he said it and he did it. And it's still Lagos is still developing. And I'm very sure this primary, with the way he's playing out, is going to win. That's just my submission.
That Tinubu will win, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's my prediction. Tinubu will win.
All right, thank you. But you know what I think propels Oshibanjo is divine confidence, because I think he has the assurance from his real boss, which is the RCCJ man, that the Lord has told him that he will be president, and I think that's what he's hinging it on. But I don't know. Let me read Alexander Gomez's super chat, and then I'll go on to Solly. Alexander super chat to say, and I think this is to Oshibanjo. He reminds me of our secondary school days in Lagos as debaters, Igbobi College versus Maryland Comprehensive High School. I am somewhat touched and emotional listening to him. So, you know, all those literary and debating society and all those inter-school debatings that they used to have when we were in that system. This is what's coming into play now. So that's what's coming into play. And that's the training.
How did you know that MCHS is that?
Because I went there.
Oh my God!
Because I went there. Because I didn't see that one coming. I went there. So it says it reminds me of our secondary school days in Lagos as debaters, Igbobi College versus Maryland Comprehensive High School. I am somewhat touched and emotional listening to him. So yes, I cottoned on to that as well. That's from that space, Alexander. So yeah. Sorry, we're taking soundings on how people digested what we just saw. It's just a short little thing. I'll still go on to the just really for the benefit of everyone else that is listening. This session is going to end soon, but the whole thing does not end because it wasn't the advertised session. So I will go on to the advertised session. I'll post the link. Can you just mute yourself for a moment, please, Solly? I'll post the link to the advertised session just so you can come and join me there, because we'll round this off in about 10 minutes or so, and then we'll go to the advertised session. So I have changed the title so many times, but the title we'll be contending now is APC Presidential Primary Narrows to a Straight Shootout between Oshibanjo and Tinubu. So I'll post the link to that. So everybody that is on this stream, just click on this, and then within about 10-15 minutes, we'll reconvene there. So click on that, and then we'll reconvene. But we take the soundings of Solly, and then hear from Ajanle Koko, and then I'll take a short liquid break, and then reconvene with you there. So Solly, to you.
So I didn't stay up till when Oshibanjo came up. I don't know who he stood for. Did he step down or did he stand? I think he stood. And Pastor Tunde Bakare. I think he stood,
what about Fayemi then? Sorry.
Fire me. Well, Buhari didn't, pick him as his man, So it's better to support Tinubu than for them to go and pick a northerner, while he's still standing his ground, So what can we do? We only hope that the presidency comes to Southwest. Now, I don't know.
Well, we are hopeful that the Southwest gets the ticket, or at least the South. We can say the Southwest, because all the serious players now are in the Southwest, and as always been all the way through, it's a straight shootout between Tinubu and Oshibanjo. So we'll see how that plays out. And let me post this link in the. Go on.
Yes, in Netherlands, I'm starting to notice more Nigerians.
They've always been there.
No. This is more than before. But you know where they came from? They came from Ukraine.
Oh, right. Oh, that's where they ended up.
I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it. They are going all over Europe.
There it is. Do you ignore them, or do you try and?
No, it's very, something very different in the environment when you can sense that the change is coming.
You know, when I come across a Nigerian just new to the UK, I always ignore them for the first 5 years at least, because they need to be they need to go through a phase to be civilized.
What's wrong with you? Why would you do that?
Before I can talk to them, they have to be civilized.
No, before I didn't used to think like that, but there's a difference. There's a difference between when they first come and when you've been here for a long time.
Fresh off the banana boat.
Why do you like to civilize people? One mind. You want to go and civilize the northerners. You want to civilize Nigeria, the UK.
They have to shake off all that. I've seen a Nigerian running across a pedestrian crossing, which is called a Pelican Crossing.
It's very interesting.
You will run across all this kind of. They have to, you don't want to be. So let them go through. They need 5 years. They need 5 years to be. When you're at the Pelican Crossing or the pedestrian crossing, you have right of way. You can stroll casually. Don't run. And then shouting down the phone
Are you the kind of person that looks out for the car coming, or you just cross without checking?
No. I watch the motion of the car, but then I don't break my stride because I have the right of way.
Oh my God! I see. No matter what, I can be here for 1,000 years. I will still be looking out for the car. I'm not going to entrust my life.
You are the kind of Nigerians that I avoid.
You could be a drunk driver for all you know. It's common sense. You could be a drunk driver and you're just there like, let me just go because it's green. You'll be green in heaven.
Let me tell you one thing that a Nigerian did once. They have these special markets that they have in like shopping promenades where people just bring things. And then this guy he wanted to buy like a basket of bananas because he was only going for £1. And usually you can buy just about 3-4 for £1. I was saying to him that, no, don't buy it because it will only go to waste. But he couldn't bear that he could get a whole basket of bananas for £1. And he went and bought that basket of banana for £1. The banana went bad. And he was trying to force feed himself that banana to prove a point, which was also, those kind of. So I just avoid them for 5 years. I don't, let them just, they're too, you know what they're like. They have to, You know what I mean now, Sonny? You know what I mean?
No, I feel like if Nigerians come, they should interact with the people that are from there. But what they do is they interact with more Nigerians. So what do you want to learn from these Nigerians that are around you? You have to there's no one to orientate them in all these European countries that they are going to. That's what I realized. They are just all going to different European countries. They don't understand that everywhere is different.
What I do is I don't think it's going to faze me much because I work with Nigerians almost every day in Nigeria. So the mentality and the way they think there is, it's at the back of my mind. If they come here, it's not going to faze me. I think that's if you want to not avoid them when they come. If you're working with them in Nigeria every day, you're not going to feel the difference anymore when they show up because you already know.
Yes, but it's not about you. It's about how they behave in the environment.
Okay, I see.
They are not self-conscious that what they are doing is different, or I don't know how to explain it.
I get what you mean because they're going to appear as if you're supposed to know this sort of thing. No, in a way, what do you expect them to do? They don't know. They are Nigerians. They just came. So they wouldn't be. I don't know anyway. What I've never.
And I was only joking, by the way. I don't avoid people. I'm not. I just said that for But yes. So
you are in Her Majesty's territory. You are one of Her Majesty's subjects.
No, I'm nobody's subject. Though I'm subjected only to their laughing. I'm their laughing. I only know that one. No other. But Ajale Koko, comments on that, and then we start to round off. And before you go, Ajale Koko, I'm posting this link in the comment section. Anybody that wants to continue with this conversation, it will continue on that link. Because it doesn't stop here, but this stream will stop here, but to continue on that link that I'm posting there. So, Ajale Koko, just a brief commentary, and then I'll reconvene in the next stream.
Yeah, I haven't watched all of them. I didn't watch that Tinubu speech, but Ojibajo's speech stand out among the rest of them. His speech carries patriotism, it carries unity.
You're breaking off, Ajande Koko.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, if we can now.
Okay. His speech carries an idea of economic prosperity for the country. So, but the question we have to ask, does speech win election in Nigeria? I don't think so. Speech doesn't win.
No, you're gone again. No, we can't hear you. Now you're gone completely. All right. Ajale Koko is having some connection problems, but no, Ajale Koko, we can't hear you. We can only go. That's what we're hearing.
Okay, you cannot.
Oh no! Now you're back. You're back now.
Okay, so but the speech was very hopeful. It carries element of patriotism, economic prosperity for the country. It carries, idea that yes, Nigeria can be better again. But does good speech wins election in Nigeria? Can it sway those people that already committed to? People that have been paid by politicians? I don't think so. But he didn't step down. But what game does he have? What is his backbone?
It doesn't have the backing of Yoruba land. I think that much we saw in that space. Akeredolu is already for Tinubu. Lagos is for Tinubu. Ifayemi is for Tinubu. Oyetola is for Tinubu. The whole of Yoruba is for Tinubu.
Okay.
So it's just hinging everything on Buhari.
I think it demonstrated one thing there, that as the vice president, I am most qualified for the job. I'm going to, kick the ground rolling from day one. I'm not going to be on the job training from day one. I know the inside and out of the presidency. I know where to start from. So, which is a fact. But who are his delegates? I don't know. Does he have some power that be within the party that have some game that can change the direction of what we are seeing outside? We don't know. So, but at least as the vice president, I didn't expect him to back down. That would have been, show that he has no backbone. He has no. He does not believe. He does not have a strong belief in his ambition. And the question that people will have asked him: why did you jump into the race? Well, you cannot really pursue. A political ambition that you believe in. Why did you jump in? Why did you have to, as the vice president, why must you step down for another person? So he's going for the contest. Let them go. If Tinubu emerges as the winner, he doesn't have any other choice but to give him the full support, and everybody will come around and jubilate together. Because what we are seeing outside shows that Tinubu is the master of the game, and he has deployed all the resources, all the experiences, and everything that matter into it. He has the media on his side. He has carried out propaganda to put others contestants in disarray, and the stepping down of some of them for him has really shown to every one of us that yes, is the man in command. Is the man to beat. Is the man in the lead. So, but let's see how the outcome is going to look like. But it looked good for Tinubu. no matter how we want to look at it, the outlook look really good for him, and we want to see what will happen at the end of the day. But it's well organized for every one of them to come out and deliver a speech. And Oshibajo's speech to me is the best speech, is most hopeful.
But it was expected that his speech would be the best speech. I mean, nobody speaks better. That's his own. That's the one talent. That the one thing that how Nigerians, they are seduced by grammar. You remember we said that before. Nigerians are always seduced by English well spoken. That there's nothing that seduces the Nigerian more than that.
Yeah. So. But it's commendable. Let's let them, in the next few hours, we'll be waiting for who to win. But Tinubu played the game with all the technicalities better than everybody. So that's the way I see it, woman.
All right, brilliant.
I think what he said is not necessarily about speech. I think what he actually said, and I think he made one statement about when you vote for somebody, you better make sure it's for somebody you believe in. And I think that's an important thing to say.
Yeah, but nobody has any cause to believe in him because he. But I want to shut this session down. But what you should do if you are still interested, I'm posting this link in the comment section as soon as I shut this session.
Yeah, I'm already there.
I'll be straight on to that one. Then we have maybe an hour and a half thereabout to really dissect. I did tell Babati to turn up with what is that thing that they use in surgery, because we have to unpick this properly. But before we go unpick, let me acknowledge Alexander's super chat, who speaks to his time in London. It says, back in the day, we used to know relatively new Nigerians when they go to Burger King trying to order Big Mac. Do you understand that? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
Big Mac, of course, is from McDonald's.
Yes.
But Burger King is but they go, so
oh my God.
So that's it. It says back in the day, we used to know relatively new Nigerians when they go to Burger King trying to order Big Mac. That was typical of them way back. So Alexander, of course, he's an Englishman in America, an Englishman in New York. So thank you for the super chat, Alexander, and hopefully I'll see you on the other side. So flip the coin and meet me on the rebound. So let's rebound together. I'll leave it here. Carry conversation on within the comments. Well, I'll leave this here and then join you in the other stream. I only want to do that stream now because I've advertised it so much, and I don't want to let people down, but I would have shut it down here. But so we reconvene in the other links. Let me post this link again. So anybody that wants to dissect in detail what we've just seen and witnessed and the goings on in the space, click on that link. So click on that link and come join me. I want as much of the compliments here to come and complement that space too. So we leave it here and meet on the rebound.